Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria. This is Radiant Moon Tarot. We are having a look at your weekly forecast for May 15th through the 21st of 2023. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. This week we do still have Venus in the sign of Cancer all the way up until June 5th actually. Venus, of course, is the planet of love and abundance. This is also the planet that really highlights the pleasures in life, art, beauty. Venus also connects with nature, new beginnings, trying new things, and of course is also the planet of love. And it does tie in with the new moon that we have this week in Taurus. On the 19th, we have a new moon. It is actually called a seasonal black moon for this one. And the reason being it's the third new moon in the season out of 4 of them. And usually we don't have 4 new moons in a season. So it carries with it a little bit of extra magic in the air, especially if you're going to set any intentions or anything like that. If you're trying to manifest things in your life, it's a great energy there. But it's also a great energy as we do enter Taurus season to have a look at our resources. Maybe you are looking at your finances. Maybe you're looking to see how you can make your money work for you a little bit better than you working so hard for your money. Okay, and some people are simplifying some of their habits at this time as well, especially coming out of the energy of the eclipse that we had in Scorpio, right? It's all about simplifying things, right? Decluttering our lives and making things a little bit easier and trying to make space and make time for for love and joy and the things that put a smile on our face. Okay, so we got some a very nice energy. And of course, there's always a shadow side to that as well, right? Venus and Cancer can be quite emotional. And so there might be some emotions that run high around relationships or money, right? Money in the Taurus season can be a big one for a lot of people. So just a little bit of a heads up there for you. But stay centered, stay grounded, try and find a healthy equilibrium, and compromise may actually be the order of the day for you as well. So this particular video is going to cover all signs, but each sign will be separate. So all of your timestamps will be down in the description box and the comment section down below. If you do enjoy your reading, if you wouldn't mind just taking one little moment out of your day and just hitting that like button there. Also check to see if you're subscribed. And if not, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell as well, and you'll always know when I put up new readings. And leave me a comment in the box down below as well. Say hello, where are you watching from, what's going on in your world, and all of that, of course, also does help. The video gets seen. It's just the way that YouTube algorithm works, right? User interaction, it really does help. So let's get right into your week and let's see what we've got coming out for you guys. We're going to start with Aries and everything below. Watch your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus signs for the big picture for your week ahead. So here we go. Hello there, Aries. Let's have a look and see what we've got for you guys in your week ahead. Messages for Aries, please. Thank you very much. Oh, got a little bit of magic coming in there for you. And maybe even a little bit of love in the air. Your first card coming out. Now, these particular cards don't actually have any words on them, so I like to hold them up just for a second so that you can kind of just absorb the imagery there. Okay, some of you are perhaps making some connections this week that you have manifested into your life. This can be new friends, new business colleagues. This can be soulmates that you manifest in. This could be people that re-enter your life with this, right? But it's something that you want. This brings about an energy of making contact. So for some of you, it's the initial contact with somebody that can play a key role in your life. And for others of you, you're reconnecting with people. You may even be reconnecting with dreams. All right, some of you might be very focused on your spiritual self this week as well, because this does show spiritual bonds. You might be reconnecting with somebody like a soulmate or a twin flame, and these are from your past lives, right? So there could be something going on there for you guys. Okay, But this energy really does encourage you to reach out to people, to connect with people this week, and especially if there's somebody that you haven't seen for a while. And sometimes we just lose contact. Sometimes we just get busy, right? We got so much stuff on the go. We've got worries, and we're just pulled in a million directions sometimes. So if there's someone that you're thinking about, they may be thinking about you too. So have some contact there, reach out. As the old phone commercial used to say, right? Reach out and touch someone. So let's see what else we get out here for you guys. We have the Six of Cups. Oh, there you go. Okay. The Six of Cups is quite often a return card. We've got the Seven of Swords. Some of you might be making amends, actually, and we've got the Lovers card coming out there too, and that does have to do with all of your connections, and whether they're new ones or whether you are reconnecting or healing something with someone from your past, okay? The bottom of the deck, we do actually have the Devil card, but the Devil card is in reverse. So there could be some sort of healing going on. The Devil card in reverse can be very much a tying up of loose ends, wrapping up old karmic situations, that kind of thing. But it can also be letting go of the things that are holding you back, right? Letting go of fears and doubts and all of that kind of thing. Maybe you're facing your fears this week, doing a little bit of something that scares you. And hey, if you're reaching out to make amends with somebody from your past, or maybe somebody in your present where you've had a little bit of a problem, we do have the Seven of Swords here. Okay, so there could be a little bit of a challenge there. Sometimes it's kind of scary to reach out a little bit because we don't know how someone's going to react. But the Devil card is the sense of freedom. So where maybe you felt restricted or trapped, maybe you felt, like you were making some bad choices, boom, turning that around this week, okay? We do have the Six of Cups coming here for you, and this is quite often a card of return. So this can be second chances. This can be people coming back in your life, or you reaching out to someone that you just haven't seen for a while. The Six of Cups is actually a very lovely energy. It can represent getting gifts, offers, and invitations. So you may get something there. This can be a card of the inner child or children. So and it's a little bit of innocent energy that can come in here with this too. So maybe you're just spending some time with your children this week and you're having some fun. But the Six of Cups can also be a card of reflection. You're here, you're in the present, you're focused on today, but sometimes we have to look back on our past, to look back where we've been, even if it's yesterday or last week or a month ago. You might be combing back through your calendar, combing back through your journal, or just contemplating something there. Because sometimes we do need to reflect a little bit to figure out how to solve something today or how to move forward today that affects our future. So it's a little bit of an in-between card with that particular energy, but I think there with a little bit of reflection and maybe you're just a little bit lost in thought, okay, this can really help you to move forward. All right, but it is also one of tapping into your inner child and having some fun. Okay, but we do have the Seven of Swords coming in here as well. Okay, and this one's always a little bit of a challenging energy. So your week might start out okay, or maybe you already know that there's some issue that you need to deal with. You're trying to figure out how to deal with it, how do you get it done. And the Seven of Swords can be an energy where you just don't quite trust something, right? Just like what is that, a fox there? Could be a raccoon. I think it's a fox. Just like, a fox in the hen house, right? Someone, you might think that someone's doing something a little bit sneaky, or they're underhanded or a little bit there, or there could be some major misunderstanding somewhere in there, okay? So with the Seven of Swords, we can sometimes not trust ourselves, or there may be some issue that we need to resolve. But the Seven of Swords can also be a return card as well, like returning to the scene of the crime, so to speak. So again, we've got two return cards coming in here. So maybe there's just some issue that is like a recurring theme somewhere in one of your relationships, right? It can be a friendship, a romantic partnership, or even a business partnership here. And there might be some recurring theme, something that has come up again. Okay, and with the Devil card in reverse, this is your time to figure it out, to finally put it to rest. okay, to resolve those issues in a healthy way. So it may require some very honest communication, because the Seven of Swords can be an energy of dishonesty. So kind of a challenging, and Seven of Swords is never an easy energy, okay? Because when we lose faith in something, or we don't trust something, or if there is a big misunderstanding or something with our communication, it can be kind of hard to get things back on track, right? Sometimes we have to eat humble pie, okay? But it could be you, it could be someone else, right? So, and sometimes it's just a little bit of a challenge there, okay? But the Seven of Swords can also represent you're trying to figure something out. You're trying to decide. The traditional imagery on the Seven of Swords is someone sneaking away with some swords in their hand, but leaving a couple behind, but looking back over their shoulder. So sometimes in that particular energy, we're trying to, like, okay, I'm trying to make a decision. Okay, these are my ideas. These are my thoughts. Yes, we're going to proceed in this manner. And we're not gonna bother with these ones that we've left on the ground. Nope, this is the way to go forward. But then you second guess yourself, and you look back again, and you're like, man, I'm just not 100% sure. So you might really be trying to get your thoughts in order for some issue that you need to resolve this week, and it may require very honest, open communication, and it may really require you just making a decision and running with it and not second guessing yourself, okay? But we do have the Lovers card here, and of course, this is where we find balance and harmony in our relationships, okay? This is, where we connect or reconnect with people in our lives, right? So maybe you get an invitation somewhere with that Six of Cups, maybe to see someone you haven't seen for a while. The Seven of Swords, maybe you're just not sure. Should I go? Should I not go? But then the Lovers card coming in here shows maybe go. Maybe you resolve some issues. Maybe it's just a, nice meeting. But hey, a little bit of magic can also happen there with that one. But the choice is yours, okay? Whatever that situation is for you, because the Lovers card does bring about a choice, right? Matters of the heart, the things that make you happy, the people that you enjoy your connection with, okay? The choice is yours, right? Do you see them? Do you not see them? Do you talk about things? Do you not talk about things? Do you partner up with new people? Do you not partner up with new people? There's that flippy floppy back and forth with the Seven of Swords, right? Do I, don't I, do I, don't I? But I feel with the Lovers card being in the upright position and the Devil card being in reverse, I feel like the choice that you're making is yes. So maybe some of you are looking for a new business partnership. You might find that. Maybe you meet a new friend, right? Or again, you can repair a current relationship there as well with that Lovers card, right? Two hearts, two souls meet as one, or the perfect business partnership, right? Where things are very good and very healthy for both people. Okay, you might even just be finding balance within yourself, because the Lovers card can be about finding balance with your higher self, right? Really connecting with your higher self and engaging in your spiritual senses. And this may be where you do have some spiritual shift this week as well, right? So things always get interesting whenever the Devil card comes out, okay? We've got the Eight of Swords in reverse, freedom. So usually the Eight of Swords in the upright, we're stuck, we're trapped, right? Just like if we look at this butterfly, right? Trapped in a spider's web. Well, when this thing is in the reverse, this is a big energy of letting go. So the advice from Spirit for you this week is find a way to free yourself. Free yourself from your fears, from your restrictions. If there's something that needs to be addressed in a relationship, either from now or from your past, now is the time to deal with it. Get it out in the open, and that way you can be free. You can find balance in your life again, and you can find that, really feel a little bit better about things, okay? So there might be something hanging over your head this week, but I feel like here that you have the ability to resolve it, and yes, you do. We have the Ace of Wands coming in here for you, and this is the energy benefiting you the most. This is your blessings headed your way. The Ace of Wands, quite often something that you've manifested, just like we said in the very first card, okay? This can be a spark of inspiration, an idea. This can be a creative endeavor, right? Or this can be something that just kind of gets your adrenaline going a little bit. The aces are either a fresh start, a new beginning, or a new way of doing something. For some of you, this is a great week here with the Ace of Wands, right? Aces are quite often a result of our manifestation, and with us having this new moon this week, it's a great time to manifest something into your life, whether you just want to improve something, or whether you want something brand new. This is a great week to do that. Okay, you've got all of this energy on your side, right? But I think some of you are rekindling some passion, rekindling a flame. For some of you, right, you got some chance meeting that just turns out to be kind of extraordinary this week. But it's all about the new for you, or all about trying something different. So maybe instead of, we've got this Seven of Swords, overthinking, overanalyzing, flip-flopping back and forth, perhaps the answer to resolve some things or to get some things off the ground is to take a creative approach. And sometimes we do overthink things, right? Because we want to, well, I need to make sure I'm making the right decision. Go with your gut. Okay, that's what that card says to you. Go with your gut. Go with your gut. Do what feels right, and don't overthink it. Just run with it. Just go with it. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here that resonated with you. I hope you have a fantastic week. The aces can bring a little bit of luck, by the way. So have a wonderful week. Embrace a little bit of magic. Manifest your heart's desire. Okay, and I will see you guys next time. We're going to move on to Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Happy birthday. If you guys are having a birthday this week, happy birthday. Sending you a lot of hugs and blessings. This is an exciting time for you. We've got a new moon in your sign. We've got Venus in Cancer. We've got all this supportive energy to get something off the ground, to start something new, or to manifest some wonderful things into your world. So if you're having a birthday cake or just a cupcake with a candle in it, close your eyes, set your intentions, and make your wish, okay? Especially if your birthday lands within 3 days on either side of that new moon, probably on the back side of it, right? So yeah, really celebrate, make that wish, close your eyes, and believe. Remember that belief you had when you were a child? When you just knew that when you blew your candle out on a birthday cake, you didn't question it. You just knew your wish was going to come true, no matter how silly it was. So embrace that inner child of yours, okay? Wow. We have the same energy here for your first card as I had with Aries. So some of your birthdays might be right on the cusp here with this energy, with having this Aries influence. Also, this is an energy, I mean, of course, energy doesn't just start and stop, right? So some of you may have Aries placements in your birth chart somewhere. You may have an Aries person in your life, and you might be making some new connections this week in some way. This particular card here can certainly represent that you're manifesting something wonderful in your life, and it's quite often a partnership of some kind. Now, this can be a friendship, it can be a past life connection, a past life in this life, or past life, okay? This can be someone that you just haven't talked to for a while, right? Someone that is coming in here. This particular message here encourages you to reach out, because it is about contact. It is about reaching out. And so whether you're meeting new people or whether you're just reconnecting with old ones, okay, it's a great time to really focus on that. This can also bring some spiritual energy as well, connecting with your higher self, right? So it might be a good week for you to, of course, with the new moon in your sign, right? You might want to find some space, find some quiet time there to meditate, to contemplate, light a candle. Again, set your wish, set your intentions. There's a little bit of magic in the air for you, all right? So really connect with your spiritual side this week. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, right? We quite often get a little bit carried away. Humans like to overcomplicate things, and keep it simple. All right, just in keeping with your season, keep it simple. Your manifestation rituals or your spiritual practices do not have to have a million steps with them. We always want to ground and protect our energy. Okay, we want to make sure we're doing that. But otherwise, just light a white candle, right? You don't have to have any other color if you don't want. A white candle will be an all-purpose candle. You don't have to sage every corner of your house and do all of that kind of stuff, right? You can just sit down. Your intention is everything. A piece of paper and a pen is just as powerful as like a 4-hour ritual. Okay. So just remember that. So we have the Five of Swords coming in here, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. That's excellent. So the Five of Swords. Okay, so we might get off, start your week off with a little bit of some bumpy energy. We have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, by the way. So there's your partnerships, there's your connections, your friendships, your loves, this life, past life, it's soulmate energy as well. And this energy here can call in those soulmate connections. So finding balance and harmony in your world is very important for you this week, but also those interpersonal connections also very important for you this week, whether they are new or whether they're already existing or whether they are someone coming back in. But the Five of Swords to start off your week, just be very cautious about communication this week, because this can certainly show that there's some miscommunication. This can show an energy of conflict, right? This can be very simply, we do still have Mercury in retrograde, okay, for, actually, I think it's just coming out of retrograde on the 15th, the 14th or 15th, I'll have to check that. But we do still have the energy a little bit, because then we go into shadow period a little bit. And with this starting right at the beginning of your week, it's like Mercury's last hurrah. So this can be those communication snafus, those conversations that tend to go a little bit sideways, right? Those misunderstandings, and maybe even a full out argument can happen with the Five of Swords as well. But the Five of Swords can also be a victory, but a double-edged one, right? So it can be where somebody wins something, but someone else is defeated. Okay, so we do have a Three of Pentacles here as well. So it may be that you beat out somebody in your workplace for a job or to be a lead on a project. It can be those kind of things. Okay, maybe someone beats you, right? We don't always want that, but we do have the Queen of Pentacles, so you might actually be the winner there. But, think about if you're going up for a job promotion or something like that, or there's some exciting project that can actually bring you some rewards or recognition somewhere. And, it's down to like two people, you and someone else in your workplace, right? And one person gets it and the other person walks away defeated. Okay, so just be a little bit aware of that, whether that's, you winning or someone else winning. It's just that there might be some energy of defeat that comes in there at the same time as a win. All right. But I feel here some of you, we've got the Three of Pentacles here as well. You might be collaborating with somebody this week. This may be in your workplace with the Pentacles energy. This can be on a do-it-yourself project. This can be something in your home. But when we get the Three of Pentacles, this does bring in teamwork and collaboration. So maybe you just get something back on track. You start out a little bit bumpy with that Five of Swords. No one's listening to each other. We're debating. Things are getting out of hand. Things, devolve into an argument rather than some healthy communication. So the Three of Pentacles, it could be if you're working with others, or if you're dealing with others at home. This is where you get all, everyone gets back on the same page and they actually start to be productive. So this is an energy of creation. It is an energy of being productive. And it does sometimes, not always, it does sometimes involve other people. So here you are, you're getting things done and you're starting to see your results, okay, when we get that. But the Three of Pentacles can also be a card of teaching or guiding. And we quite often have three people on this card. Oh, and this one we do have three people on the card. 1, 2, 3, and they're looking at this factory, right? So you can either be the leader, the teacher, the guide, helping out other people or leading other people, or you are the one being taught or guided or led. And it can benefit you either way. All right, so be prepared for that. You might be learning something this week, or maybe you're giving someone some guidance and some advice. All right, but it is one of creation, and it can be a kind of fun energy sometimes with the Three of Pentacles. So maybe you just got a creative project on the go. But we've got the Queen of Pentacles here as well. So whatever you're working on, you are successful at it, right? So maybe you're just resolving some issues. You know, maybe you're focused on your home, your money, your resources, but whatever it is, everything's coming together with the Queen of Pentacles. So as far as your energy goes, this is about nurturing the things that you have to do, nurturing yourself, nurturing the people around you. The Queen of Pentacles is a very homebody kind of energy. And towards the end of the week, maybe you just want to focus on your home or on your space. Maybe you are simplifying your space, or maybe you're doing something nice for yourself, right? Treating yourself nicely with that Queen of Pentacles. But this is an energy of abundance. This is where we connect with nature. And this is where you nurture your goals and your dreams. Because the Queen of Pentacles is like a farmer in the fields. So this is where you've planted your seed of intention, right? Or maybe you are actually planting something this weekend, right? Because it's very connected with the earth. So maybe you're actually doing some gardening or bringing the outside in. But this is an energy where you've planted some seeds of intentions, and now you enter in this calm period, this patient period where you wait and you allow things to blossom in your world. But just like any nice farmer, the Queen of Pentacles, she will water the garden, give it fertilizer, pluck the weeds, right? But will not obsess. Will allow those plants or those intentions to blossom in natural timing. Just like you can't rush a plant that's growing, okay? You also can't necessarily rush your manifestations, right? The things you want. Everything will happen when it's meant to happen, and obsessing over things will only create blocks and obstacles. So we don't want to do that. Okay, so just keep that in mind as far as your intentions go, or things that you want to get done. One day at a time, one thing at a time, you will get to where you want to get to. But the Queen of Pentacles can also be an energy of commitment. So commitment to the task at hand, committed to something in your life. Maybe for some of you, there's a relationship that you get to take it to the next level. Okay, but the Queen of Pentacles can be somebody very important that plays a key role in your life this week as well. They may have some gift for you, they may have guidance for you, but this can be somebody that you spend some time with, someone whose company you enjoy. They're very down to earth, they're very practical. It could be a fellow Taurus person, okay? But this is a very calm and very peaceful energy. So we like that, right? It's very open, very receptive, very flowy, right? Not doing anything rash or impulsive or anything like that. No, siree, Bob. The Queen of Pentacles likes to take her time, make sure that she's making the right choices, and make sure she's got all the right information. So this may be someone that can help you on something. This can be someone that you connect with. This may even be someone new that comes into your life. Your advice from Spirit for your week ahead is Aries energy. Okay, so there's that connection with Aries again. So, and they also had like some conflict or some communication issues or some doubts or mistrust that came in there as well. So you really might want to check out the Aries reading. But your advice from Spirit with the Emperor, okay, is to take control. Take control, take the lead. Figure out a plan, a strategy. Make sure you've got all of your information, all of your ducks in a row before you jump into anything this week. The Emperor is also an energy of success, and it's also like big boss energy, right? So I'm the boss, I'm the leader, okay? And so for some of you here, this is a very take charge energy. So you may actually have an opportunity to take the lead on something or be the key player in something this week. And with that Three of Pentacles, there's probably some other people involved. Okay, so it's a great time for you to maybe make some career moves this week. Maybe you're looking for something where you can, number one, make more money. The Emperor is quite affluent, as is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is where you can make more money, where you have more responsibility, but it also gives you more stability and security in your life. So this can be a great opportunity for you. Okay, the Emperor energy can also be about focused on the things that keep you stable. Okay, or the things that make you feel secure. So maybe you're focusing on your money, right? How can I balance my bank account, right? Where am I wasting money, right? Where is money being siphoned out of my bank account? Okay, so this can be the week where you really get everything together. But the Emperor card can also be an energy of advice. So if you don't know something and if you're unsure about something, there's somebody around you that can help you in some way. Okay. This can be somebody who is very business savvy. This can be someone who's really good with home or real estate, that kind of thing. This might even be somebody who is in touch with their spiritual side as well, right? So there might be someone around that has some advice or wisdom that they can help you a little bit. And help you get things back on track, or at least maybe just someone that knows more about something than you do. Okay, so take the lead, take charge, take control. And we've got the World card coming in here for you. This is the energy benefiting you the most. Now, first and foremost, the world card is a completion of something. So you're getting things done this week. That is your blessing. This is the energy benefiting you the most. So you're getting things done, wrapping things up, and the World card reminds you to celebrate. Okay. Now, for some of you, you do have a birthday this week because this is the end of a cycle with the World card, right? This represents birthdays and anniversaries, celebrations of all kind. So again, happy birthday. Okay. You're about to set off on new adventures. There's a new way forward, right? The world is your oyster. It's this time of growth and expansion for you. Whenever we have your birthday coming up, this can really be, I feel like the year ahead is going to be filled with fun and laughter and magic and money, and I'm going to have my best year ever, right? It's a really positive way to be. So again, happy birthday to you guys. Some of you are getting some gifts, right? Queen of Pentacles can represent maybe some gifts coming in. But when we have the World card, it's like something is making you quite happy with this energy. So whether you're just wrapping up a project, or maybe you do get that job that you applied for, okay, or maybe you are just celebrating your birthday, you're kissing the last 2022, 2023 goodbye, and you're looking ahead to 23 and 24, right? And it's like, things are going to be better. But this is also a card of giving thanks, reflection, right? Reflect on the past, reflect on the last year. How far have you come? Maybe you're even reflecting on the last few years. Okay, you're seeing how far you've come. And Spirit always reminds us with the World card to celebrate everything that you've experienced, because all of these things are the building blocks of life, right? Even the challenges, we learn more and we gain more wisdom from the challenges we overcome than the things that are easy. That's just the way things go, right? Because those lessons stick with us, right? So even be thankful for the things that you have overcome that have caused you a lot of grief in your life, in your world. But now is the time of expansion and growth and abundance for you. The World card can bring you abundance into your life as well. The Queen of Pentacles abundant, and yes, that Emperor, he can be very abundant as well. So now is the time to create something, to set those intentions so that you can move forward in a wonderfully fantastic way. And a little bit of magic in the air for you with that. But celebrate, celebrate, celebrate with that World card. I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. I hope you have a fantastic birthday, or of course in the month ahead, you're all going to have birthdays anyway. But celebrate, do something nice for yourself. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Okay. You do something, you take charge, just like that Emperor. The Emperor doesn't sit back waiting for people to do things for them. It's the planner energy. Okay. So be like that Emperor and take care of yourself in that energy, right? So treat yourself to something special. So I thank you for watching. Have a great week. We're going to move on to Gemini. Hello, Gemini. Let's have a look and see what we've got coming for you guys in the week ahead. Messages for Gemini, please. Ooh, thank you very much. All right. Put that over. Ooh, stop it. Okay. Those things want to get away from me. Okay, so we have a very lovely energy coming out here for you guys, first and foremost. This is all about an instant in time, feeling at peace and at one and at harmony with the world around you. This can be about those stolen moments, right? Those moments of peace and tranquility. So for some of you here, you are just feeling like all is right with the world this week. You're very much in the flow. You're not letting anything get under your skin. You're just la-di-da, just in a wonderful, maybe lost in thought or maybe lost in a daydream, but you're just feeling kind of good this week. For others of you here, this is really Spirit saying to you that time is something that you can't get back. A lot of things are replaceable, right? Possessions are replaceable, right? But you can never get back time. So are you making the best of your time? Are you wasting time? Maybe some of you feel like time is ticking by. So make the best of the time that you have around you and make space and make time to do the things that are fun, to do the things that are healthy, to do the things that make you feel like you are at peace and in balance and harmony with the world around you. Some of us spend so much time at work, right? And yes, maybe you've got some projects and things on the go, but again, are you being rewarded for your time? Are you being paid adequately for your time? Are you in one of those jobs where someone says, well, I'm going to make you a manager and I'll have to pay you overtime? Really? So some of you may be looking to make some changes right about now. You might be manifesting a new job, right? You might be trying to find, how can I find more time? So you might need to rearrange some things with this energy, okay? Rearrange some things, make it feel as though you've got all the time in the world kind of thing. So it can be a very important message, right? We do quite often get lost. And so Spirit's trying to get you to find your way back, to be in a little bit of alignment, to be in a healthy space, and to have the wonderful utilization of your time. So let's have a look and see what else is coming in here. I also feel that something is manifesting in your world as well. And you're being very much invited here to let go of the constraint of time. And that way things will flow more naturally. That way there won't be any resistance or blocks, because things quite often do happen in divine timing. This is card number 38. 3 has to do, is the threes are the basis of manifestation, right? It's the creation energy. And 8s are unlimited potential and quite often associated with abundance and manifestation as well. You put them together and we've got number 11. So there might be something new or improved that you are looking to change or to manifest in your world. And in order to allow something to come in, we've got to allow it in our energy. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Well, would you look at that? We like the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Swords. All is right with the world. Peace, balance, harmony, connection. Beautiful. And we have the Empress. The basis of manifestation is creation. So it's a very lovely, wow, like this is some beautiful energy for you guys, you know, like, I don't know. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. So again, for some of you, you know what, here, all 3, boom, boom, boom. 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, peace, calm, relaxation, feeling connected with yourself, with the world around you. The 9 of Pentacles, we're feeling, oh man, I just feel good about myself. I feel confident. I feel successful and abundant. And the Empress here as well. It's like, yes, I'm enjoying my life. I'm living my best life. I'm attracting abundance into my world. You're just so much in the flow, in this energy. So what a wonderfully magnificent place to be here, Gemini. A little bit of magic in the air for you guys, okay? I feel like for some of you, I do feel like for some of you though, okay, I gotta say, we've got the 9 of Pentacles. So you've been working hard at something, you're successful, okay? Maybe you have gotten to the point in your life where you got some money in the bank, right? And you know, you're feeling like everything is just tickety-boo. Okay. Others of you, maybe you're celebrating a minor success, right? Doesn't matter. It's still those building blocks, right? And it's like, yes, I've completed that. I'm feeling good. I'm going to do something nice for myself. And then we have the 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords is a little bit of R&R. Okay. Rest and relaxation. It's also a card of meditation. This is where we find inner peace, outer peace. This is where we connect with our higher selves. Now with this 4 of Swords coming in here, we have that new moon in Taurus on the 19th. And I think the 19th is Thursday, about midweek. Okay, about midweek. So about midweek, focus on your spiritual side, do some meditation, set your intentions, all of those kind of things. And for whatever it is that you want to manifest into your world with the Empress card there. Love, money, opportunity, time, whatever it is that you want, this is your energy right there to manifest that in. So believe in yourself and be confident in yourself, right? So that Four of Swords is where we do have this very lovely, peaceful energy, whether you're already feeling that way this week or whether you are making space and making time for yourself. Because when we have the Nine of Pentacles, it's like, yes, I'm successful, I'm abundant, I'm all of these things. Okay, I'm just feeling good with the world, right? I'm getting things done, I'm feeling productive, right? All of that kind of energy. But then that Four of Swords, one of the ways you can treat yourself, because the Nine of Pentacles, we quite often treat ourselves to something. We don't necessarily have to buy it. Okay, some of the best things in life are free. So with the Four of Swords, maybe you're giving yourself the gift of time. That quiet space where you can connect. It's a beautiful energy. I love the Four of Swords. Are we doing anything? No. Are we taking action? No. Is it exciting? No. But it's comforting. And it's calm and it's peaceful. And quite honestly, after a lot of the turmoil that we're all going through, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of uncertainty in the world, all of this thing, a little bit of calm and a little bit of boring isn't a bad thing, right? Because you're not actually bored in the Four of Swords, okay? Sometimes it looks that way, but you're actually not really bored because you're doing something. It's just you can't necessarily see what you're doing. But we do have the Empress card here as well. So for some of you, there could be a little bit of love in the air. But the Empress is represented by Venus. And we have Venus in Cancer. Empress and the Venus energy brings us love and abundance and comfort in our lives. It really speaks to our ability to create things, to make improvements, or to start something new. It is a card of fertility as well, so giving birth or being pregnant with new ideas or maybe even new people. Okay, but it's a wonderful energy. I feel like for some of you there is something blossoming in your life because the Empress card is a time of harvest. Okay, a time to reap your rewards. All right, so and with that Nine of Pentacles, man, I think that some of you here have something wonderful that you're about to harvest in your life here, okay? Others of you, you're setting those intentions. But others of you here with that Empress card, you're focused on love, you're focused on those finer things in life, the pleasures in life, right? The time we make for ourselves, the nice things we do for ourselves. Maybe you're out connecting with nature in this energy. And I mean, hey, let's face it, with that new moon in Taurus, we are entering Taurus season. Taurus is connected with the Empress card because it's connected with Venus, right? And it's all about our resources. Okay, so being resourceful, using our resources wisely, or finding new ways to bring money and resources and things into our life. But this is a card of beauty, a card of connection, very lovely energy, very calm, very peaceful, very open, very receptive. So for some of you here, be open to receive something very wonderful. Your advice from Spirit, the Two of Pentacles. Time is ticking away and it's time to find some balance. Okay, some decisions to make for you. The Two of Pentacles isn't a bad energy. Okay, and it's not a bad message or anything like that from Spirit. But what it's saying is that, number one, you might have some decisions to make. Great. No problem. You can make decisions. You can figure out what options you have. How do I pursue something? How do I resolve something? No worries. Looking at both sides of the coin. Yep, making a good choice there. But the Two of Pentacles ultimately is an energy of balance. So Spirit says here with this, right now, there's something out of alignment in your world. You might be feeling good, okay? Or maybe you have something there that you want to complete, right? With that Nine of Pentacles. And then, yes, now you feel successful once you're done and then you can rest. It's just saying that there's something that is keeping you out of alignment. And while you can keep it together right now, it's not sustainable for the long term. So Spirit's really asking you here to take a step back, Four of Swords energy, and to figure out where can you make more space and time? Where can you find more balance in your life? right? What do you need to do? What decisions do you need to make to get yourself there in that energy so you can have both feet on the ground? So this can just be an energy for this week, right? Maybe it's leading up to it, especially with that Nine of Pentacles there. Maybe you've been working really hard to achieve something or make something happen for yourself. Hey, maybe a little bit obsessive, but your obsession pays off in this case. So have a look at your life and see, where do you need to find that balance? All right, so Spirit's really trying to take care of your health and well-being here in this energy, okay? And even if you've got a lot on the go, because Two of Pentacles quite often says, yeah, I'm juggling a lot, I got a lot of responsibilities, got a lot of stuff to do. Even if you're super busy, you can still find 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day to spend just with yourself. We have the Sun. Beautiful. Now, this is the energy that benefits you the most right about here. And this is blessings headed your way in the Sun. Like, does it get better for you here, Gemini? Like, holy man. Okay, the Sun brings you success and abundance into your life. Okay, it is an energy of creation, creativity. Does bring you a lot of energy with the Sun here as well. Okay, and without the Sun, nothing grows. Right? So the Sun is shining upon you right now. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to change? Where do you see yourself having more fun? The Sun brings in happiness and joy and fun and positive energy, brings in a sense of optimism and a sense of everything's going to be okay. If you compare even just a rainy, gloomy day, I personally like the rain. I don't mind the rain at all. Okay, sometimes it can get a little bit tiresome, but hey, not a big deal. But I like the sun too, right? But imagine, you got one day it's kind of rainy, it's gloomy, it's cold outside, and you got to put on a jacket and some rain boots and that kind of thing. And then imagine a comparison with a sunny day. The sun is out. You can feel the wind through your hair. You can go out with shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops on or something. And it's just like everything just seems a little bit better, right? And even if it's the exact same, right? Other than the weather. So that sun can certainly shift your mood around. It can certainly help you to chase away the shadows, the doom and the gloom, that kind of thing. But the sun can bring you clarity, the burst of energy, the excitement. Okay, it also helps you to be resourceful, right? Some of you, I think, here may be spending some time outdoors this week. Maybe you're going on vacation, right? Maybe treat yourself just to a couple of days away, especially with your R&R card there, with the four of swords. Okay, or maybe you're just making those decisions and you're thinking, yep, I think there's a couple of things I can put off until next week. And in the meantime, I'm going to go and do something interesting. I'm going to go do something fun. The sun brings about a positive resolution to things. And it also, again, brings success and abundance. It can also bring children and things into your life there as well. With the sun, it's creation, right? And the Empress here. Okay. Yeah. If you aren't looking to start a family, or if you don't want to add to your family, or you don't want to get pregnant in any way, maybe take some precautions, because this is some very powerful energies that's coming in here. And let's face it, the Empress card is the pregnancy card, and the sun is that divine masculine energy, right? That burst of energy. And it can also be about creation and children. Okay, so maybe some of you, there is some children that's factoring in, and maybe you're feeling the time is right. But for others of you, it sounds like your worst nightmare to add more to your plate. So decide. So maybe just take some precaution. All right. But no matter what you got going on, great vibes for you guys this week, like totally across the board. Wonderful. I'll leave all that there for you. I hope there was something here for you, and I hope you guys have a very magical, very wonderful week. I thank you for watching. We're going to move on now to Cancer. Hey there, Cancer. What's going on? Let's have a look and see what we've got coming out for you guys for your week ahead. Messages for Cancer, please. Thank you so much. Interesting. Some of you are doing a little bit of reflection this week. Some of you are looking at your past. Some of you are thinking, what have I done? Where have I come from? Where have I gone right? Where have I got wrong? And you're looking into the future going, I need to do some things differently. And this is card number 26. Okay. Twos can be about balance and harmony. Twos are also about making a decision. Twos can also be about partnerships. Sixes, okay, the six energy. This is a very much Six of Cups energy coming in here for you here. Sixes are where we find peace and calm after some difficulties. Okay, but six also relates back to that Six of Cups, reflecting on the past, looking to the future, but being present and thinking, what do I want to do? And if you see this person on this card, right, she's got a key over here and a padlock over here. This is the door to the past. Or actually, no, this one is, sorry. This one is the reflection to the past, and this is the door to the future. And then we've got the blank slates right here. This one is actually written in, and this one is a story yet to be created. So what is your story going to be? Some of you, especially with this new moon energy and especially with the eclipse energy that we had last week, this can be an energy of nostalgia. This can be maybe you're, having a look at where you've come from and what you've experienced. Maybe you're looking back through old journals and diaries, especially with this book being right here. And, you're looking ahead, right? It's almost your birthday. We're like a month away, right? So it's almost Gemini season, right? We've got to get through Taurus season first, but it's right around this time where people do start feeling nostalgic, or you do start to look back and you think, where have I come from and where do I want to go? Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? So for some of you here, you're making some decisions this week and you're using past experiences to help you do that. Always a little word of caution whenever we do get this reflective energy. Don't get lost in the past, okay? The energy is done and gone. You can't change the past. However, you can make different choices for your future, right? And as humans, all we can do today is do something a little bit better than yesterday. That's all we can do, right? Keep on moving forward. If we made a mistake, hopefully we learn our lesson when we make a mistake, or when something doesn't go our way, and then we know what not to do next time. It's those building blocks of wisdom. But I think here for some of you in this energy of reflection, I think you're going to find some answers. Maybe you're going to find a spark of inspiration, or you're going to figure out, what do you want to write in that new journal? What intentions are you setting for your future? Where do you want to go? What do you want to blossom and grow in your life? What do you want to leave behind? For some of you, this can be a fresh start, relationships, jobs, maybe just you. The whole new chapter to be written, and that is yours to write. So you hold the key to unlock some secrets or unlock your true intentions and your true desires. Got the Five of Swords, a little bit of conflict there. We've got the Three of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Five of Swords, I feel that you're probably at the beginning of the week. Maybe you are feeling a little bit conflicted, because the Five of Swords as an energy of challenging communication, we'll call it, it doesn't always have to be external. It can be internal, the inner battle that we sometimes have. Okay, and just like our little friend, the scarab there, okay, you might be having some internal battle. You might be going back and forth about something. You might be thinking, what do I want? Where do I want to go? Right? So you're in some sort of inner conflict here with that. You do sort things out, okay? But this is probably how you start your week. For some of you, the Five of Swords, you start your week off a little bit rocky. And who else got this, the Five of Swords? It was Aries, I think. Aries may have gotten it. Actually, it could have been Taurus. It could have been Taurus, actually. But anyways, it doesn't matter who got it. The fact is that Monday for some people might be a little bit of a bumpy day. Okay, we've had Mercury in retrograde, and Mercury is changing directions. And sometimes when we get the planets changing directions, even though they're going back direct, sometimes it can create a little bit of turmoil. So just watch your communication on Monday. Watch for other people being a little bit bad-tempered and things like that. You know, because we don't want to say anything that we'll regret later, right? Because quite often the Five of Swords is that conversation that we have with somebody, and all of a sudden someone takes it to that next level, right? And says something that, oh man, I wish I could have done that differently. Okay, it can be communication that doesn't get received properly by the other person. Sometimes we might say something because people read things, people hear things pretty much based on the mood that they're in, right? And so if you get somebody that's in a bad mood, or maybe they've had a bad weekend, that kind of thing, and then you say something to them and it's not rude or offensive or anything like that, but because of the energy they're in, they may take it the wrong way. Okay, those kind of things can happen with the Five of Swords. So just caution with communication of all kinds when we're in that energy. Okay, and again, like I said, maybe you have just a little bit of inner conflict going on. You're trying to make some decisions, right? And it might be a very important decision for you to make. But I feel here that you will resolve whatever it is that's causing you a little bit of grief. And we've got the Three of Cups. So this is a cause for celebration. Maybe you're just feeling a little bit more social. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more positive about how your week is. That Three of Cups can quite often bring in some good news. This is where we can resolve some issues. Okay, but this is also a card of socialization, right? Getting together with your friends and going to have some fun. So maybe there's some conflict here. Maybe you get an invitation to go somewhere and it's right in the middle of the week and you're like, man, why can't they do this on a weekend? I got to go to work the next day. But in the meantime, you kind of want to see your social group, right? So this can be that inner conflict, like, I really want to go, but I don't know if I should. You know what? This is a good time. So go. Okay, maybe there's someone there that, you know, maybe there's the majority of people that are there that you like, but maybe there's someone that you don't, right? That could be causing the conflict. Maybe there's some money things there as well. There's ways to go out and have fun with people without blowing your bank account, right? You know, go to happy hour, right? Drinks are half price, and sometimes food is too. You know, so, you know, or just, you know, you don't have to spend a fortune to have a good time, right? So whatever this is, whether it's a cause for celebration, just those positive, happy vibes, everyone's get along together. Maybe we've made amends with people from Monday, okay, from your beginning of your week, whatever it is, all is right with the world. Very high vibe energy. We've got the Knight of Pentacles here as well. So perhaps some of you here, perhaps some of you beat someone out for a job. When we get the Five of Swords, it can be a victory, right? It's like, yes, I won. But in order for one person to win, other people are defeated, right? So it's like, yes, I did it, but other people, ugh. So we need to be a little bit sensitive to their feelings. So with the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, a celebration. I mean, hey, some of you have gotten some sort of invitation, offer, opportunity, a job, money, something like that. You may have succeeded in getting what you wanted, right? So just be a little bit careful about how you celebrate or who you celebrate around, because if you have the Five of Swords energy, and if you've been competing with anybody in your workplace for a promotion, this can be where, you know, I win, but a couple of my colleagues have been told no. So we need to be a little bit sensitive of their feelings, right? And maybe celebrate outside of your workplace rather than in it. But I also feel here that maybe there is a job opportunity, whether you get that this week or whether you discover it this week. You just might be finding what you're looking for, because quite often that Knight of Pentacles does show something with your money, with your career. Okay, and it can be something very positive that helps you move forward, brings you more success and abundance into your life. For some of you, this is heading out on a new direction with the Knight of Pentacles, right? And this is what you're trying to figure out. This is that inner conflict with the Five of Swords, right? Like, I like the people I work with. Three of Cups. We get along great. It's a team environment, but I'm not making enough money. And that can create this turmoil inside, right? But I think for some of you, by the end of the week with that Knight of Pentacles, you've made your decision. You've made your decision and you're moving forward with it, whatever that looks like to you. For some of you, you decide that where I am right now, you know what, there's things that money can't buy. And we quite often, some people stay in jobs that don't pay them as much as another opportunity would, but because of the environment or because of the company or because of the manager, right, they end up staying because of that. Because, you know, even though there might be someone dangling a carrot, for something that pays a little bit more, perhaps there's other sacrifices that are made because of that, right? Like a toxic work environment, a heavy workload, all of that kind of stuff. And sometimes, sometimes money talks, right? But sometimes it doesn't talk enough. So, whatever you're deciding this week, okay, you are making the best decision for you because you are jumping for joy, okay? But the Knight of Pentacles can also represent a journey. So maybe some of you are going on a journey. This can be with some friends. Maybe you're going on a vacation or a little weekend road trip. You might be doing that too. The Knights are always on a quest. Okay. Now this might cost you some money with the Knight of Pentacles, but I feel here it would be money well spent. All right. But with the Knight of Pentacles always reminds us one day at a time, whatever you've got going on, one day at a time, one foot in front of the other, right? Be calm and grounded in your energy, be patient, and make sure that if you are making some sort of decision or you're trying to figure out what direction to head in, to always just take that step back and make sure you have all the information that you need. Don't overlook any details. The Knight of Pentacles is incredibly, excruciatingly detail oriented. Okay. And even though we've got Mercury going back direct, okay, we're still in the shadow period. So before signing any documentation or anything like that, before committing to something on paper, make sure that you do get a second glance, maybe get someone to look something over, or maybe just you yourself take that step back, come back to your paperwork or whatever, and reread again and make sure that you understand anything that you need to sign. So it's just a little bit of a heads up for you, but I think that you're moving forward. I think you got something to celebrate and some wonderful energy. We have the Golden Journey here coming in here now. I love this particular card. It's all filled with magic. Would you look at that? So when you look at this card, what does the Golden Journey mean for you? This is a time of abundance and growth for you. This is a time to follow your dreams. This is a time of success. Believe in yourself. Move forward. For some of you, this is like taking those big steps forward that lead you down like a path laden with gold. So trust that you are blessed and trust that the decisions that you're making are the right ones for you. Spirit is telling you this. It's your advice from Spirit, by the way. Okay. So Spirit says here, there may be something that, you're headed in a really good direction. You're making the right decisions. You're making all the right moves. So don't doubt yourself. Okay, even though you might have some, thoughts going around in your head, trust in your journey because there's blessings that lay ahead for you. Embrace this Three of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles energy, right? Whatever direction you're headed in is the right one for you. Trust your intuition. Go with your gut instinct. You have all of the wisdom, the tools, and experience that you need to make the right choices for you. If you have a dream, follow it. Set those intentions, set those goals, and then be ready to take those next steps. The blessings headed your way, the Strength card. It's wonderful energy when we get the Strength card. Number one, this gives us the inner strength. Don't doubt your inner strength. This gives us the inner strength, the confidence to head into the unknown, to try something new, to go for that opportunity, to make change. This gives us the courage to speak our truth. This also gives us kindness, compassion. It brings us an energy of patience and discernment, because when we get the Strength card, we know when to take action and we know when to sit back and allow. We know when we need to come out roaring like a lion, and we know when we need to take a calmer and gentler approach. And that is your blessing this week. That you can make something happen. You can make some moves, right? You can do something that scares you. You can make change. You can go for your gold and go for your dream. But you also have that energy here where I'm taking things one day at a time. I'm open to this thing. I'm open to change. I'm open to opportunity. I'm open to moving forward. I'm open to higher level of commitment. But I'm going to make sure, Knight of Pentacles, I'm going to make sure that I'm doing things in the right time, in the right order for me. I also think the Strength card here, especially with that Five of Swords coming in, I do think that this gives you a little bit of insight to recognize when somebody is really argumentative, like if they really have something important that they need to hash out with you, or if someone's just in a bad mood. And I think this does give you the ability to recognize when and who you can talk to in kind of like a more direct, more honest, truthful, passionate manner. And I think you'll also recognize who you need to take a calmer, gentler approach with. Okay. Especially I feel that particular message is very much tied to your workplace. Okay. People take things differently. If people are worried about something or people are really busy, right, that's when things can go a little bit sideways. And sometimes we have people who don't like to make mistakes. And if you're talking to somebody and they've made a mistake, maybe they're very embarrassed by it, and then they could actually become a little bit argumentative. So I think you'll have that discernment there. You know who you can talk to in a certain way and who you can't talk to in a certain way, okay? But that strength card really does benefit you this week. So I'm going to leave that there for you folks. I hope there was something here for you. I hope you have a fantastic week. Clink a glass, celebrate, go have fun. And I do think that some of you have some good news coming in, or you're going on a little bit of a journey and it's so beneficial for you, whatever that looks like to you. Thank you for watching, guys. We are now going to move on to Leo. Hello there, Leo. What's going on? Let's have a look at your week ahead and see what messages are coming out for you guys. Messages for, thank you, Leo, please. All right, we've got 2 of those coming out there for you. So, okay, that's just fine. Now, first off, we do have card number 47 for you, bringing you some healing energy. So some of you need to take care of your energy. Okay, some of you need to take care of your chakras. Some chakra meditations would be great. Maybe you're feeling tired, you need a little bit of rest, a little bit of burnout maybe. If you can take a day off work or find some extra time for yourself, this is a great week to do that. Quite a few of you are getting these messages this week. So maybe it's just been the energies that we've had the last little while that have just been very draining. Okay, we're also doing a lot of work on ourselves, right? We're cleaning house, we're trying new things, we're really focused on trying to make improvements in our lives. So sometimes we just get in this energy, we get stuck a little bit, we feel like this tiredness coming in. And so this can certainly represent that, number one, there's some healing energy coming to you this week, but also to focus on your own personal energy, because Spirits really wants you to be in a good place, all balanced and in alignment, all right? If you are feeling a little bit out of sorts, if you're feeling as though you need a little bit of help, call on your spiritual soul tribe, call upon your angel spirits guides. They can all help you and heal you, and ask for a sign if you're kind of not sure that they're there. They're always there, but they work in mysterious ways. So be open and receptive to seeing the signs. But this is also an energy of friendships and also an energy of caring for others as well. So if you feel like you need help, reach out and ask for help. I feel like there's some friends or family around you that can help you, right? But maybe you're being called upon this week to connect with a friend and to maybe help them out a little bit. Might not even be a friend, maybe it's a neighbor. Maybe you see a neighbor struggling, right? This time of year, sometimes we have elderly neighbors or people who are maybe not as physically mobile as we might be. And, it's time when people are, mowing their lawn and things like that. So if you see a neighbor struggling, maybe you can give a helping hand to a neighbor, right? Or to a family member, or to a friend or a work colleague, right? This is all about caring and sharing, right? Caring and sharing. There's a lot of love in the air. Love is a very high vibration, and there's a lot of love that you have within you, a lot of love that is out there in the world. Don't listen to the mainstream media. They don't know what they're talking about, and they have an agenda typically anyway, okay? But, negativity sells, right? No, let's turn things around a little bit, okay? Love sells. Caring sells. Friendship sells, positivity sells, right? Focus on those things, okay? Because sometimes that can really, really help, is changing our focus there. So friendships, caring, sharing, reaching out, helping others, but also take care of your own energy there as well. Now, we do also have Mr. Manifester coming out here, the little Mr. Magician-y kind of guy, okay? This is all about your goals, and it's all about working through a process. Okay, so There's a vision that you have. There's a goal that you have in mind. This brings about your power to manifest things into your life and your unlimited potential. It is card number 8. Eights represent unlimited potential, flexibility, adaptability, but also manifestation. Dude's third eye right there with a bullseye. It looks like a target symbol actually, but anyway, so he's got a vision, he's got a goal, he's got a dream, and he knows that to manifest things into his life, he's got to be open and receptive. He's got to be very crystal clear in his communication. He's got to speak his intentions out loud, okay, or write them down on a piece of paper, okay, and then he's got to be patient. He's got to allow things to happen. He's got to allow things to manifest. So sometimes sometimes that manifestation is a process. Sometimes things happen right away, right? It's like boom, 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 we are done, right? We are getting things done, and this is a little bit of magic. So you might actually have something that you've been working very hard to achieve. You've been keeping your options open, you're putting in some energy and effort. So some of you might have something very wonderful manifesting in your world. You might reap the rewards of something this week. But I feel for others of you here, this is Spirit saying, state your intentions. We have this new moon. State your intentions, be very clear on what you want, attach energy to it, okay? Focus on the things you want to attract in your life, positivity and abundance, and that's what you shall get, okay? And then we need to take a load off. Don't obsess over things, allow things to happen, and they will, okay? We need to be ready for action, okay? When an opportunity presents itself, we need to be ready to go with it, right? But we don't want to obsess over things, we just want to allow. Okay, so a big, big, big reminder there. But you are being reminded here that you have a lot of magical powers within you, okay, to start something new, to try something different, whatever it happens to be, or to fix or repair things in your life to achieve those little goals, okay? So don't doubt your abilities there. Let's get some more cards and see what else that we've got coming in here. And like I said, this one here is card number 8. This one here is 47. Fours are about stability and security. Okay, sevens are very spiritual and for some people very lucky. But when we put the 4 and 7 together, we get 11. 11s do represent new opportunities. They do represent a fresh start, but they can also be taking things to the next level to make things better, to make those improvements in your world there as well. And speaking of the world, we've got the World card, the 2 of Pentacles, the Strength card there. Yeah, some of you need to power through something here, okay, or some of you have been really working through something here, and I think you're getting something done. The World card can certainly be that you're at the end of a cycle, you're at the end of a journey, and you're ready to take the next steps forward. Maybe you're trying to make some important decisions this week, especially with the 2 of Pentacles. What is good in my life? What is not good in my life? What do I like? What do I want to keep? What do I want to change? Okay, so you might be in a little bit of a reflective energy at some point this week as well. Okay, because when we do get the World card, we get things done. We celebrate our success. This brings success and abundance into our life. Okay, it's like all is right with the world. Okay, but it can be one where we're making decisions, right? Do I keep on the path that I'm on? Do I need to do anything differently, make any changes? Or do I keep on keeping on the way that I've been doing things all along? Or maybe I need to, try something new, try something different. So you might be trying to make a decision there. You may also be reflecting a little bit. Sometimes we get the World card. We do look back on our, yesterday, last week, last year, right? We do look back a little bit. And it's really just to kind of go, wow, look how far I've come, or wow, look what I accomplished, or man, oh man, that was hard. I'm glad that I'm finally done. Okay, so whatever your situation is, celebrate everything. Be thankful and grateful for everything. The World card really does remind us to express gratitude in our life, even for the tough times, right? We gain more wisdom and knowledge from the difficult things that we overcome than we ever do about the good ones, right? So everyone wants all the good times, but there's no growth there, right? I mean, sometimes there is, but for the most part, where we really grow and blossom and shine, and where we do realize how strong that we are, is by overcoming those challenges in our lives. So some people look at challenges as a blessing. Some people look at them very doom and gloom, and that's why they get stuck in that cycle. So I feel like here, this is your chance to break free. This is your chance to move forward. But whatever your situation is, Keep an open mind, keep an open heart, and things will get a little bit easier. We do have the Two of Pentacles here for you as well, and this is a card of balance. So some of you, there's something out of alignment, whether it's your energy, okay, your chakras are blocked or out of alignment. Do some work with crystals, do some chakra meditations. Those things all work. Maybe you even want to go and see a Reiki practitioner. That may also help you. Okay, something's out of alignment in your actual world here as well. Maybe you have been working yourself to exhaustion. Maybe you have been very focused on your money, your career. Maybe you have a lot of responsibilities. Maybe you even take on responsibilities that are not yours. So the Two of Pentacles does represent that there's a lot on your plate this week, that you probably have a lot to finish. The World card maybe got some deadlines to meet. So you know, and you're juggling everything, you're getting things done, but just remember, don't live in that energy, right? So, you know, maybe you have to pick up someone else's slack to finish a project, that kind of thing with that World card, okay? But remember to give someone's responsibilities back to them, okay? You know, maybe it's temporary situation, you know, maybe it's something where if you don't put your foot down and put up boundaries, that it has the potential to become permanent. Think of in your workplace, right? Someone quits, they don't hire someone right away, and they just redistribute the work, right? But you don't get any more money for it, okay? No, you might need to really embrace your inner strength there and put your foot down for that, because we all know what happens if you don't pipe up. That'll permanently be part of your workload, and you will never get the rewards or recognition for it, and it'll just be absorbed. Yeah, this is part of your job. It doesn't matter that I only pay you for 8 hours, but you work 10. Right? It doesn't matter, right? So just be a little bit aware of that, okay? But I think by the end of the week here, because you're probably a little bit tired and drained with that Two of Pentacles, by the middle of the week, you're like, oh man, okay, and then here you are resting and recuperating, recharging your batteries by your weekend with the Strength card here. This can also bring you the energy of, yes, maybe recuperating your strength, you know, getting your energy all back in alignment, but the Strength card does remind you of your personal strength, that you have the courage to make change, you have the courage to speak your truth, you have the courage to put up boundaries, okay, and also the courage and the ability to persevere and get things done, to power through. The Strength card also brings you the energy of discernment, to make the right choices, to make the right decision, to know when you need to be forceful and powerful, but also to know when you need to take a kinder, more gentle approach to things, right? We got that little bit of duality going on in there. But the Strength card is ultimately your energy, believing in yourself, right? Strength card is you, is Leo. It's where you're more confident, it's where you know what you want, you know how to get it, right? This is where you're setting those intentions and goals, right? You're embracing your inner magic. 8, 8. So what do you want to create? What do you want to change? What do you want to improve? Even if it's just manifesting some more time to yourself and finding a healthier balance, that's a great intention to set for manifestation. We always think about money, you know, we think about money and love and all these kind of things, but sometimes that gift of time, that is what's truly irreplaceable. So maybe you manifest that into your life. But ultimately here, I think you're more confident by the end of the week. You're feeling a little bit better about yourself. Maybe you do find some time to yourself, okay? And because you've powered through and you've gotten things done. We've got the Knight of Swords coming in here with this scary ass looking hornet thingy, okay? But the Knight of Swords, so this is all about communication. Communication is the key. This is your advice from Spirit. Keep the lines of communication open. Speak your truth. Be honest about things, okay? And don't hesitate. The Knight of Swords does not hesitate at anything, right? Very quick energy, always on a mission, always with a purpose, and always with a deadline. So embrace that Knight of Swords energy. You might need to get some things done quickly. You might need to really speak your truth and communicate, and don't let something slide, just like what we were saying with the Two of Pentacles, right? If, you know, someone leaves your workplace, maybe they're done with the World card, someone leaves your workplace or something like that, the workload gets dumped on you. Make sure with the Knight of Swords, okay, that you are speaking up for yourself. Remember, you've got the strength to do that, okay? Don't let that thing become permanent, because companies will screw you over, okay? And it's like, oh, look, we just saved a salary, right? Oh, no problem, we'll just disperse it. They can handle the workload. When in actual fact, maybe you can't. Not properly, anyway, right? And all companies do it, right? They're pretty bad for that. They just look at the savings, they don't look at the impact on the people, right? Some do, but the majority, unfortunately, don't. It's all about money. Okay, so make sure that you are speaking your truth. But the, woo, wow, okay, that one just kind of flew away. But the Knight of Swords can also be Spirit saying to you here that, communicate your needs, reach out to a friend, okay, whatever that happens to be for you. Um, you might need to take some swift action on something this week, okay? Get clarity, make sure you know what you're doing or what you're up against before before you take that action, okay? And this Knight of Swords can really, really help you get some things done, right? It's very much speed oriented here. But some of you may have some very interesting communication that's coming in, and I think Spirit is giving you a heads up with that, right? This certainly does give you a sense of clarity and focus, and also one of getting things done, okay? The blessings headed your way this week. Oh, look at that. This is probably one of the most beautiful Wheel of Fortune cards that I have ever seen. Look how beautiful that is. So much light, and I don't know if you can actually see the gold foil on that. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Anyways, absolutely gorgeous. So the blessings headed your way is the Wheel of Fortune, which is already a little bit of a blessing anyway. Your ability to turn things around, your ability to attract new things into your life, your ability to make progress, your ability to find success. The Wheel of Fortune says this is the time of expansion and growth for you. We already said that with the World card, right? You're coming out of one cycle and you're entering a new, and we've got this new moon. Okay, so manifest away, state your intentions. What do you want out of your life? Because there's a little bit of luck on your side, a little bit of magic. The Wheel of Fortune does propel us forward and gets us out of a time of stagnation. Okay, it's like all of a sudden things are starting to speed up for you. Okay, but the Wheel of Fortune, this is the Wheel of Destiny, the Wheel of Fate. Okay, so you may have some fated events that may happen this week. Okay, but this is also reminding you that sometimes things happen exactly how they're meant to. Sometimes things happen in their natural timing, right? It's all about time, right? That Wheel of Fortune. And we can't rush certain things, okay? So sometimes, again, just like we said in the beginning of your reading, set your intentions, know what you want, set your goals, speak your truth, but then we have to allow things to unfold the way they're meant to. But we need to be ready with the Knight of Swords to take action when we find those opportunities and when those things do come into our world. We need to be ready to take some sort of action or initiative on those things. All right. But the Wheel of Fortune can be a wonderful energy, but as the wheel turns, right, like a soap opera, as the wheel turns, as it shifts direction, okay, this is where things can get a little bit bumpy, or we have to deal with some issues, right, before we can really feel a little bit free and like we are making progress and moving forward. So again, you might have some challenge this week, but you will overcome, you will persevere, and you will get through it. All right, so I'm going to leave that there for you guys, okay? A little bit of a lucky break. Maybe you even find yourself at the right place at the right time, okay? So we'll leave that there. I hope you guys have a fantastic week ahead, right? Believe in your good luck and good fortune, and it will come to you multiplied, all right? So thanks for watching, guys. We're going to move on to Virgo. Hello, Virgo. How's it going? Let's have a look and see what we've got for you guys in your week ahead. Messages for Virgo, please. What do we need to know? Thank you. And let's see. Ooh, that one looks very interesting message coming out for you guys. Because ultimately, there could be something this week that tempts you. Just like the Venus flytrap that's right there in that card. The Venus flytrap allures something into its grasp and then snaps it shut. So for some of you, be careful of temptation this week. Maybe you have made some sort of pact with yourself to eat better or to exercise or things, and then all those little temptations come up in your week, right? It's like, I've got to get to the gym after work, and I've got to be there by 5. And then a friend phones you up at 2 o'clock and says, hey, we're all going out to the pub for a beer. And you're like, oh man, right? So it's those kind of things. Or, you're trying to eat better and you're at your workplace and someone brings in a freaking birthday cake and you're like, oh my God, that's so tempting. So just be aware of a little bit of temptation in your week this week, okay? But this can also bring in some attraction as well. And not be bad. It can bring in something attraction. So perhaps if you're single, maybe you're attracted to somebody, or maybe someone's attracted to you. This is also about attracting things to you. So be a little bit aware of your own energy that you're putting out there, because we can attract anything into our world, both the good and the bad. So we want to make sure that we are attracting positive experience, positive people, okay, and positive vibes. So just be aware of what you are putting out there, okay? So something may also kind of not be entirely what it seems, okay? So just be a little bit discerning this week as well in this energy. A little bit of a mixed bag with that particular one, okay? But can be something very magical, very wonderful that you're attracting towards you. And of course, we do have that new moon in Taurus this week. And, you know, if you're practicing the law of attraction, this is that big reminder there. Be careful about what you are setting your intentions for, because we can manifest in the good and the bad. So always make sure you're manifesting from a place of positivity and abundance, never from one of negativity or lack, right? Focus on the things you want, because the universe doesn't really hear the words I want or I don't want. Right? It's all about what you're focused on. So, you know, if I don't want any more of these crystals because maybe I've got 20 of them, right? Actually, shower me with them. I'm fine. But let's say that, and I'm focused on the crystal, And then I say, I don't want this crystal. But this is what you're focused on. So this is where your energy is going. So whether you want it or not, you're going to get 20 more crystals. So it's just something to be aware of in that energy, okay? To focus on the things that you want, right? Ignore the things that you don't want, because we don't want to put that energy there. We've got the Three of Swords. Ouch. The Ace of Wands. That's better. Okay. We've got the Moon in reverse. That's interesting. So the Three of Swords. Okay. I think there's maybe something here that's maybe got you a little bit down on the Monday. Okay. Gotta tell you, there's been a few readings so far where Monday seems to be a little bit of a challenge. Now, this is right around the time where Mercury is changing direction and going direct. Okay, coming out of retrograde. So this can create a little bit of kerfuffle, okay, in your energy or in people around you. And especially with communication and all of the challenging cards that we've got out. The first one for your beginning of your week has been about communication. So just be a little bit cautious there, okay? Because the Three of Swords can certainly represent some hurt feelings. It can represent communication that goes the wrong way, like maybe you just say the wrong thing, put your foot in your mouth kind of thing, okay? Or maybe someone else does and you really take something to heart. Okay, so just be a little bit aware of that. But the Three of Swords is like the broken heart card, right? So this can be where something is, maybe you're just feeling sad that day. Maybe you're just feeling a little bit melancholy. Maybe there is something that you're working through. Maybe you had a crappy weekend and now you got to go to work on Monday and you're like, ugh, I'm just not into it, right? Because maybe you're just not feeling it, okay? But there may be something here that needs to be healed, needs to be repaired. So it could be with a person in your life. Okay, if you're, trying to make some healthier life choices here, this Three of Swords, again, maybe there's some temptation right at the beginning couple of days of your week and you're like, ugh, and it's causing you this grief, like, I love double chocolate cake. Why did someone have to bring it to the office? Right? That kind of thing. Okay. Or, I would really love to go out with my friends, but I made a commitment of myself to go to the gym. Okay. Or maybe you give in to temptation and now you regret it. Now you feel bad about it. Okay. So just a little bit of cautionary energy there to start your week. Okay. But we get things back on track. We've got the wonderful, wonderful Ace of Wands. Now, this can represent new beginnings coming your way. This can represent a little bit of a lucky break, or maybe you're like, yes, I have overcome some temptation and I'm very much back on track. I'm exactly where I want to be. If you gave in to some temptation and you ate that piece of chocolate cake, or you did skip going to the gym, this is you getting right back on track. Okay, when you fall off the horse, just get right back on. But the Ace of Wands does represent a flash of inspiration, a flash of creativity, a seed of opportunity, if you will. So maybe you're doing things a little bit differently. The Ace of Wands could be where you get a little bit more energy, right? All of a sudden you get this boost of energy. You're a little bit down on the Monday and you get this energy boost by the middle of the week. All right, you might get a gift or an opportunity, a door that opens for you, right? So just be very aware of that, considering we do have the Three of Swords there, and we also do have this energy here, where something may not necessarily be what it seems. The aces typically, though, do bring good luck. They are the results of your manifestation, okay? And it's something that you want. It's a gift from spirit, and it is in the upright. So I would say that in this case, it can still be something really wonderful, but still something that's not quite as it seems, because sometimes when we get an opportunity or we get a door opening for us, we have to recognize and look at the potential that this has, right? So it might not look like something very, promising at the start, but then the more you look at it and the more information that you find out about it and the more potential that you see in it, this is where you're like, oh, that is actually quite interesting. So don't dismiss something right off the bat, okay? Whether it's a person or whether it's an opportunity or whether it's an idea, don't dismiss it right away, okay? Keep that open mind and really have a look and see, where could this possibly go, right? We're looking at possibilities now, right? So maybe you're willing to take a chance that something could lead you down the road to something magnificently wonderful. But the Ace of Wands also does bring in an energy of manifestation, setting intentions to start something new or maybe make those improvements in your world. And remember to focus on the positive aspects, Ace of Wands. Focus on the things that you really want, the things that are really wonderful that you want to bring into your life, Ace of Wands. Okay, and believe it. Set your intentions with that new moon. And we do have the moon card coming here for you as well. And this is also super interesting, especially considering the first card we got out. Because yes, we have a new moon. Okay, great. Right? We have a wonderful new moon. Work with that energy. Okay, believe in your inner magic, believe in your power. Okay, and set those positive intentions. But the moon card in reverse can represent something hidden, or that something really isn't what it looks like, isn't what it seems. Okay, and just like this first card. So try, probably in this week, I would say, don't look at everything as just face value. Don't judge a book by its cover. Doesn't mean that it's bad, okay? It just means that something isn't quite what it seems on the surface. Can be a person, can be an opportunity, whatever it happens to be. It requires further investigation, okay? Just to make sure that you're seeing something right, or that you're interpreting something right, or that something is as good as it seems, okay? Make sure you're doing that with that energy. The moon can also show that maybe there's some mixed emotions about something. It does have to do with your subconscious, quite often very much tied to your emotions. Okay, so there might be something here. If you're feeling a creative block, I think you're going to power through that, right? Because the moon can highlight our creativity. And then we've got, of course, the Three of Swords, right? So, there might be something here where you need to take a different approach, or maybe where you do need to shift your focus and shift your energy a little bit. The moon in the reverse can be secrets revealed as well. So if you have a secret, you might be coming out in the open with it. Okay, if someone else has been keeping something hidden, this is something new that might come to light for you. And again, it could be really positive. It doesn't have to be negative. It's just something that may come in as a little bit of a surprise. Someone has a confession to make. Someone has something to get off their chest. And again, this can be you. So just be a little bit aware of that. I feel like there might be a little bit of a surprise coming in, or something that you didn't quite expect. Okay. But also with the moon, usually the moon is very open and receptive. And with the moon in the reverse, it feels a little bit of closed off energy, just like the Three of Swords. Okay. So you might need to kind of examine that a little bit. Are you feeling closed off? Are you feeling run down or broken or hurt in any way? Okay. Because the Ace of Wands says that you can turn things around. Okay, but you need to be open to it, right? You need to kind of be in touch with your emotions in a healthy way. So for some of you here, you may have been ignoring some hurts, okay, or ignoring some damaged feelings, that kind of thing. And by ignoring things, by sweeping things under the rug, this is where things really do fester in a very unhealthy way. So we don't want to do that, right? We want to get things out in the open. But the moon also does speak to your spiritual side as well. Don't ignore your intuition, because here you might be really excited about something, okay? And you might ignore your intuition and your gut instincts. And remember, there may be something here that's not quite what it seems, okay? And your intuition is saying, hey, get some more information or do some more research. And again, it doesn't mean that it's bad, although for some of you it might be, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that. Go into something with an open mind, but do a little bit more investigation, okay? Because it's just that there's this energy of illusion, and sometimes we ignore the red flags because there's something that we want or something that we're excited about. So we do tend to look at some things through rose-colored glasses, and we are sometimes willing to ignore what we shouldn't ignore. Okay, so just just a little bit of a heads up for you. But we do have the 10 of Cups here as well. Okay, so this is your advice from Spirit. Focus on the things that make you happy, manifest whatever it is you want in your life, dream big, think big, believe in your unlimited magic and potential, because the 10 of Cups brings abundance into your life, brings happiness and joy, love, family, wonderful vibes into your life, but also does bring about your true potential to achieve what it is you want to achieve. Okay, so number one, focus on the things that are important to you. Okay, keep that happy vibe alive, right? And I think here for some of you that there might be something that comes to light that can potentially make you very happy, or something that comes in regarding love, relationships, or family, or even children. Okay, hey, maybe it's just something completely out of left field. Maybe one of your children has a secret, maybe they reveal something. Okay, it might be, again, something really positive, right? The Ace of Wands and the 10 of Cups are super duper positive, both of them. Okay, but we do have this little energy here of the moon in reverse, so we don't really love the moon in reverse necessarily. Okay, but so you might just need to deal with something this week. Okay, we also do have the Hierophant coming in here as well. And so again, yeah, maybe there's something going on with your home, with your family, with a relationship. You might have an opportunity to take a relationship to the next level, but first we need to talk about some things, right? First, we need to have a discussion. Or do we really want the same things? Are we actually headed in the right direction, right? If there's been anything bothering you, right? This moon card, there's a revelation, right? There's things that get out in the open. We need to fix things. We need to talk about things. And then we need to have that fresh start and take things to the next level, right? So we might be having a very important relationship-y kind of conversation this week. But the Hierophant is here as the blessings headed your way this week, and the energy benefiting you the most. So this can certainly represent an energy of spiritual ascension, of spiritual growth. Okay, so this shows your connection with the higher realms, with your higher self, with your spiritual side. So I feel here part of you. I feel here you're seeing some signs. You're seeing whether they're warning signs or you're seeing just some other kind of signs in your world. Don't ignore them. Because it could be that Spirit is really trying to show you something or give you a little bit of motivational boost. Okay, I think there's just some very important message that's there. The Hierophant has to do with your belief systems, your faith, and also your values. Okay, it's Taurus energy coming in here. We are in Taurus season. We've got the Taurus new moon, great for manifestation, right? Boom, 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 all right here. Just make sure you're manifesting what you want. But this can also be that there might be some sort of issue that you need to resolve in a family unit. It could be before you get married. It could be that you're wanting to talk about what you celebrate or what you believe in, right? And, maybe you're talking about what higher level of commitment means to you. That could be that too. All right. But the blessing is that whatever you're talking about, whatever you're hashing out, whatever you're deciding, okay, you are coming to the right decision, right? And this maybe restores some faith in something here. But the Hierophant can represent a marriage card, the 10 of Cups, happy home, happy family, happy ever after card, right? So, and your advice from Spirit, focus on the things that make you happy, and maybe even focus on something in the home or with your family or your relationships, right? And so maybe you've been not spending enough time with people in your life. Maybe you haven't been spending a lot of time at home, or maybe you have a relationship that's about to kick into high gear, right? That goes to the next level, okay? And that can really, of course, be something that you really want, right? But the Hierophant says if you are manifesting anything, if you're setting those intentions, believe it. You've got to believe it, right? If you don't believe in the power of your intentions, then there's no point, right? Because you've got to believe it. Otherwise, you're just creating resistance and blocks, right? So believe that anything is possible, right? But then you have to be open and you have to allow and you have to, be receptive to different kinds of things coming in your world. Because quite often what happens is we get what we need, which is quite often a little bit different and quite often much better than what we had originally wanted. So keep that open mind, right? So, but I do feel here that there's something magical in the air for you, especially that Hierophant card. So it can be that you're gaining wisdom and knowledge somewhere. Maybe you're learning something. There might be some very tough lesson that you're learning. And you have a decision to make and you're using your wisdom, because this higher level learning, it's also a card of wisdom. But again, it's a very spiritual energy here as well, spiritual ascension and growth. And so maybe you need to ask for someone's advice or guidance, and they are here for you. But you might also be focused on your values and your resources this week too, and how can I make things a little bit better? And you just might be finding the answers for those, okay? But it is a very calm energy. It is very down to earth. It's Taurus energy, right? Keep things simple, focus on the good things, right? And don't worry about the rest, okay? Because it's those little things that are good in our lives, they do add up. And they add up to something big, something wonderful. And we quite often ignore the little things that help make us happy, or they build the blocks of our foundation, okay? Because it's all about the big and the flashy, right? But it's those little things that count. So count your blessings, all right? But I think that there's kind of some ups and downs for you guys this week, not gonna lie, okay? So remember, when your intuition kicks in, trust it. If there's something that you need to talk about, right? There's something you need to get off your chest, talk about it, okay? I do think there's possibly a surprise proposal coming in here for some of you as well, or maybe a surprise in regards to a relationship, or maybe you meet a new person, and this can be very interesting energy for you. Okay, some of you are avoiding temptation this week, and some of you are giving in, but remember, all you can do, okay, don't beat yourself up. If you do, if you are trying to eat health and you have that slice of chocolate cake, or you do skip the gym for a day, remember this Ace of Wands, you can always get back on track the next day, right? The energy of today, all we need to do is just do a little bit better than yesterday, okay? So don't beat yourself up, right? It's okay. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a magical week. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello there, Libra. Let's have a look and see what we've got coming in for you guys for your week ahead. Messages for Libra, please. What does Libra need to know? Thank you very much. Go, we'll put that there. Ooh, the birth of new things. We've got to like that. And of course, that's very much in keeping with the new moon energy that we've got for you. So some of you are talking about new things entering your life. Maybe you're looking at starting a family or adding to your family as well. But this particular energy here also very much speaks to nurturing, caring for, guiding, leading, helping, and protecting others in your life. Now, this can, of course, be family, be your children, but this can also be others in your life there as well. When we get this card, okay, there's no accident that this is card number 18. We are in what month? May, right? We're in May. I feel one of the messages that's coming out here for some of you is that you have some children that are graduating elementary school, high school, college, university. And maybe you're in an energy and you're like, oh my God, are they going to be safe? Are they going to be protected? Right? They're going to go out in their world on their own, right? Maybe they just turned 18. And Spirit says here with this energy that whether it's a child, someone that you mentor, a student, maybe you're a teacher and it's your students, whether it's in your workplace and it's someone that you've been training and now you're like, oh, I don't know if they got everything, right? Maybe they're not going to succeed. The main message here is that you can only give people the tools, the training, the information that they need, and now it's up to them to take it to the next level. You've done everything you can, and now it's okay to let go. Let them go, right? You have done everything in your power that you can, okay? And now it's up to them. So the big kind of shifting energy that's there for some of you, okay? Some of you are also wanting to spend some time with some people that need your love and your care and your nurturing energy this week as well. Maybe you've been run ragged at work and you haven't had enough time to spend with your children, your spouse, your friends, okay? Or even just to do the things that you love, that give you pleasure and that give you joy. Maybe you have some goals and some dreams that you're nurturing. Maybe there's something that you're working towards. So this is reminding you to take care of the connections and the relationships in your life, right? To have a look and see, am I in balance? Am I in harmony with things, right? Am I, finding a healthy work-home life balance, right? Or am I run ragged and run off my feet and, I just feel all over the place. So take a look at that, okay? And, you just might be able to make some improvements this week and free up some time, free up some energy, okay? And it's amazing what we can do, what we can find, what we can discover when we put our minds to it. And what do we have first? Oh, lovely. Our 8 of Swords, okay? Now this 8 of Swords, you see that butterfly on the card, right? Now this is in the reverse. Okay, so instead of that butterfly being tangled up in that spider's web, this is an energy of being able to free yourself, okay? Or to let something go, because just like the butterfly, it's something's time to blossom and grow. You cannot hold on to them any longer. For some of you, you're letting go of something from your past, right? Maybe there's something new that you want to do. Maybe you're, looking to experience some success or personal growth in some other area, and now you're freeing yourself from restrictions. The 8 of Swords usually in the upright, this is in the reverse, usually in the upright is a card of restriction and limitations. And usually we are a victim of our own thoughts, our own fears, our own minds, right? And it's like, no, I can't do this. I've got to cling on. I've got to hold on. No, I can't go forward with this because I don't know if I'm going to try. I don't know if I'm going to succeed, or I don't know if I'm going to fail. But when we have this 8 of Swords, this is freedom. This is opening yourself up. This is letting something go. Okay? This is a time for you or someone else to blossom and shine, right? To be like that butterfly and spread your wings. So it's a great energy that's there, right? We're totally freeing ourselves up, letting go of worries and fears and doubts and just allowing. All right? So I think for some of you here, it's probably a little bit of a tough go, okay? But you'll do it. You'll do it. You'll work through it, okay? Because ultimately we do have the King of Wands here as well. And the King of Wands says it's your time to shine. This is all about you being confident, you being bold, and you being brave. You having an idea, running with it right through to success. Okay, this is you making the changes that you want to make, or this is you just being loud and proud of your accomplishments or other people's accomplishments, right? Just like the king, you are this leader, okay? You are filled with passion and fire and inspiration, and you are that guiding light for other people. But sometimes, even though if you're the guiding light, sometimes you also need to let them spread their own wings and fly, okay? I do feel like you are stepping into your personal power this week as well. Especially if you've been feeling very stuck, right? That 8 of Swords energy. There's been something that's been holding you back, or something where you feel a little bit stuck. And unlike others out this week who have had either the 3 of Swords or the 5 of Swords landing there, there's been a couple of good cards, but we've had a few of those, okay? This is maybe you're learning how to communicate differently, or maybe you're, just kind of embracing a little bit of freer energy. Like sometimes if you're already in the 8 of Swords energy, nothing can really make it worse. Okay, and we do have Mercury that's going back direct, And for some people, it creates a little bit of extra turbulence whenever a planet kind of, you know, changes direction. Think of a ship, right? A ship going full speed ahead and then all of a sudden having to stop, right? Sometimes it creates a lot of turbulence. So sometimes that can happen. But I feel in your case, it's like a relief, a little bit of sigh of relief. It's always a relief when Mercury comes out of retrograde. Okay. But the King of Wands here, I think for some of you, you're going for something. You're like, yes, I believe in myself. I'm confident. I'm not going to let anything get the better of me, and I'm just going to go for what I want. So some of you, you might not feel 100% confident, but I feel that that is maybe the face that you're going to put on for the world. So the King of Wands can be you taking the lead, taking some initiative, and you know, being successful at whatever it is that you're doing. I also do think that maybe you've got a burst of new ideas, okay, a burst of inspiration, and you are doing something with that, right? You're not just going to let some idea or some, you know, some creative energies. I don't think you're going to let them pass you by. And so you're taking charge, you're taking control. But the King of Wands can also be somebody who you're meeting or who you're dealing with this week. And this person could be a very wonderful influence on you. Maybe that it's a friend that gives you some advice. Maybe it's your boss that, you know, helps you out with something, or, you know, maybe they also might have some advice, or maybe you get to work with them. But you might also have doors of opportunity opening up for you this week as well. But whatever it is, be confident, be bold, and be brave, okay? We have the High Priestess coming in here for you as well, very much connected with the moon energy. And of course, we've got the new moon in Taurus this week as well. And we are changing signs, right? We're going into Taurus season. So that can also be a little bit freeing for you as well. But the High Priestess is very much connected with emotions in a very calm way, okay? Also very connected with the moon, very feminine energy. So we've got both the masculine and the feminine both coming in here. With the King energy is masculine, fiery energy, right? And we've got the High Priestess, which is that feminine energy. So I feel like for some of you here, things are just coming into balance for you this week. You've been struggling with something, or you've been worried about something, or you've been feeling a little bit stuck. And this is where things kind of come into alignment. It's where things feel a little bit better. It's like, maybe not all is right with the world, but I feel like we're on the right track, okay? But the High Priestess is very open, very receptive, okay? And is also highly connected with the moon energy and very much connected with your higher chakras, especially your intuition. All right. So you might be getting some deep insights this week. You might be figuring out what some signs you've been seeing, what they mean to you. You might also be making some decisions this week, but instead of going external, you're going inward, because the High Priestess is the keeper of the Book of Wisdom, the secrets and mysteries, and that keeper of the Book of Wisdom is you. You have all of the wisdom that you need, all of the experience that you need to make the right choice, to make the right decision, and to put yourself out there in the way that you want. There may also be a revelation this week too, just saying, because there might be some secret that comes to light. Moon cycles, whenever interesting things happen, it's usually the moon doing something. And so this can be some new information that comes to light, maybe a new opportunity that comes to play for you. Of course, connected with manifestation, right? Very much with that High Priestess. So it's a very good week for you, especially towards the end of the week. I think the new moon is on Thursday, I want to say. And so it's been a great week for you to really connect with your higher senses, to do some meditation, work with the crystals, work with the moon. Right, work with the moon there. A little bit of magic can happen, but there may be some information or something that comes to light. It may not be for you, it may be about somebody else, okay, but there's just some sort of secret. The High Priestess tends to be rather mute. I don't even bother usually trying to clarify too much anymore. I usually don't get much more information because it's like, it's a secret. You will know when you're meant to know. And so that's kind of the energy that comes around, right? Maybe you're actually even looking to do something, okay, but you're not telling anyone about it. Very conservative energy with the High Priestess. Your advice from Spirit, the Hermit. Yeah, connect with your spiritual side. I feel some of you are on the cusp of some sort of awakening. this week, or some deep insight. Okay, so a little bit of alone time there with the Hermit energy can really help you. Maybe you're just contemplating life. Maybe you're just like, I just need to spend some time alone. The Hermit is a very solitary energy, right? You know, because you go within with the Hermit card, you do soul searching, right? You think about stuff. So it's a great week for you to do that. The energy is calmer, right? We've got Venus in Cancer, which can be both really, really good, and it can also be a little bit emotionally challenging sometimes. We've got the new moon in Taurus, which is a lot gentler and kinder energy than what we've been dealing with the last little bit. So this can be a really great time for you to find a little quiet retreat and to really just connect with yourself, connect with your heart, connect with your intuition, your third eye, right? Realign your chakras, all of that kind of stuff, because you might just get some answers that you're looking for. You might get an epiphany, you might get clarity. The Hermit card is where we sometimes figure out what our life purpose is. Which would be a pretty big energy for your weekly reading, but because of that influence of the moon, maybe you're just seeing things a little bit differently, or you do have a little bit of clarity that you get. But the Hermit is also where we go within to set intentions. So we think about, what do we want? Because this is a lantern. Normally we have a wise old sage on there as well, right? But we've got a lantern on this card. What lights that lantern? Because that lantern lights your path forward and gives you a sense of direction. So what does that mean to you? What is it that you want? What path do you want to follow? What path are you feeling guided towards? Because that's where you're lighting that lantern, so that you can see the path that moves you forward. But the Hermit also does bring in some calm, some peace, and some healing energy here as well. Okay, so you could really have an opportunity here to pamper yourself a little bit, just to spend some alone time, do something nice for yourself. Maybe have a nice, calm, relaxing bubble bath if you have such the opportunity, right? Just connect with nature, gaze at the moon, gaze at the stars, that kind of thing. Just kind of like lose yourself in some nice, calm energy. The blessings headed your way this week is the Emperor. Now, if there's anyone that's a leader, that's a guide, that nurtures others, well, maybe not quite so nurturing, but certainly has some good advice and a lot of experience and wisdom, would be the Emperor. Number one, this is the blessings headed your way. So the blessing of taking control, taking the lead, and not letting anything hold you back. The Emperor is successful, but successful for a reason, because the Emperor makes a plan, puts a strategy in place, but also knows when it's time to be flexible and to have a different strategy in place, right? The Emperor does not necessarily stubbornly cling to one direction and one way of doing things. You don't get to rule an empire by not being adaptable, right? So you send your troops to the front line kind of thing, and it's like, oh crap, this isn't quite working, right? The weather's crappy, or hey, there's nobody here, right? So, there might be a battle, but I think there's something that you'll overcome, right? The Emperor is the conqueror, right? Overcomes battles and, really gets things done. But again, knows when to be a little bit adaptable and knows when a strategy is not working and we need a different plan, right? Perfectly okay. It's not an energy of defeat, right? It's just one of, okay, we need to do something a little bit different. So your ability to be a little bit flexible or not just stick stubbornly to one way of doing things can very much benefit you in the week ahead. But the Emperor really is about taking charge, taking the lead, being in control, and which is great considering we've got that Eight of Swords in reverse, because again, something's had a hold over you, okay? And now is your time to really break free. Now, the Emperor can also be a card of leadership, advice, guidance. And again, maybe you have been working with others, training others, leading others, guiding each other. It can be family, it can be your children, it can be something in your workplace, and now is time to let the butterfly free, okay? To send your little babies, to send your proteges out into the world and let them deal with things themselves, because you have given them all of the wisdom and knowledge that they need. It's up to them to use it. Okay, the High Priestess, very wise, very knowledgeable. The Emperor, also very wise and knowledgeable. So you got the masculine and the feminine coming out there again, right? Okay, because now that could just be you finding the balance and you breaking out of restriction and you're feeling good. Okay, but this I feel there is like a little bit of an emotional tug for some of you this week. So I don't know if you've got like graduation ceremonies or, you know, again, maybe you're a teacher and you've got like kids graduating or something, or, you know, maybe in your workplace, maybe you're, because these are leadership energies, maybe you are leaving an environment and going on to greener pastures. And this can also gives you some great energy, some exciting energy, but it can also kind of tug at the heartstrings a little bit, right? Because you're leaving behind what is familiar. And now you're venturing into the unknown. I feel like you'll be okay. You'll be more than okay, I think, in this energy. But sometimes we just need a minute. We just need to breathe. We just need a minute. Okay. But I do feel that if you've been feeling things are out of alignment, I think that you're going to be getting things back on track. You're going to feel a little bit more solid, a little more stable and secure. You're going to be a little bit more confident this week. Okay. And I think you're going to be making maybe some choices this week. Okay. Or maybe you're just feeling the sigh of relief and you're just riding the wave. But there's some very wonderful energy coming in here for you, though. Should you want to make a change, should you have some exciting things going on, okay, or should you be sending someone out to fend for themselves in the world? Okay, so very interesting reading, very interesting energy that's coming in here for you guys. But remember, we do have this power, we do have this success, we do have this wonderful energy, and maybe even some helpful people that are here in your journey. All right, I'm going to leave that there for you. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please like, share, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. But I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic week. I will see you guys next time. We're going to move on to Scorpio. Hey there, Scorpio. Let's have a look and see what we've got coming in for you guys for your week ahead. Hopefully you've all recovered from your eclipse. You probably still have some things that are kind of being shuffled around. But let's see if we can bring you in some calmer energy, or to bring in a little bit of magic into your world. Hey, look at that. We've got the fortune teller bringing in some magic for you as well. How very serendipitous. So you have the key to unlock something this week, okay? You have the ability within you. So maybe you're unlocking some answers within yourself. Maybe you're getting clarity on something that you want, okay? Or maybe you're unlocking your gifts, your spiritual gifts here as well, okay? But before you unlock something, you may need to be honest with yourself and know why you're seeking out some information or answers, okay? Or maybe you need to be a little bit more open to see the potential in something, okay? Or to recognize some answers when you do see them. Because, of course, spirit works in interesting ways. And sometimes, you know, we do see signs, we do get guidance, we do get warnings and heads up, right? But sometimes we ignore them. So here in this energy, you have the ability here to unlock something. But number one, it's probably pretty important to know what you want to unlock and why. Okay. Some of you are unlocking some secrets this week. Maybe you need a key piece of information and you have the magic within you. You have the ability to find it. Perhaps you have to do a little bit of research, a little bit of homework somewhere, put your nose in the book, and this can help you unlock something. But I feel here for some of you, if there's, you know, I think you're about to experience a little bit of a spiritual shift. And with this, I think you have to be open and ready to work with that energy, work with that gift. Okay, because not everything is a light switch, right? And sometimes we get annoyed that how I've been practicing my mediumship, how come it's not working? Or, you know, I've been practicing my magic, how come it's not working, right? All of these things. And we need to recognize that, you know, that things do take time, okay? And we need to come to terms with that, right? That the magic is within you. The ability to find the resources, the information that you need is within you. Okay, but we sometimes do need to give it time and allow ourselves to develop, so don't give up. Okay, but I do think there might be some sort of revelation this week. So maybe you're just getting clarity on something. Maybe you're getting a little bit of an epiphany moment. Okay, or there might be some sort of secret that you unlock. Now, this could be a family secret. This could be maybe something that you're keeping secret and you're maybe ready to reveal to the world. This may be that somebody has been doing something in secret and this comes to light this week. So it's a very interesting energy that's coming in there. You've got the Ace of Wands. Maybe you've unlocked the key to the universe and manifesting things in. Five of Wands, Six of Swords. So this week's not without its couple little ups and downs. We do have some wonderful positive ideas or opportunities that are here with the Ace of Wands. The Five of Wands can show that maybe we either need to battle for what we want, okay, or we need to resolve some sort of conflict, or maybe we need to put ourselves out there and let ourselves shine. Because the Five of Wands can represent something that we've been training for, that we've been working hard to achieve, and we just may get what we're waiting for, what we're looking for. This can be where there's an opportunity that's available for you in some way, but there's other people that also want the same thing with that Five of Wands. So it may be a situation where we need to work together to achieve a common goal, or we're in a competitive environment and only one person can be the winner. Are you ready to compete? Are you ready to throw yourself into the action? Okay, because the Ace of Wands can certainly represent that there's some opportunity, some window of opportunity, some door that's open for you, and it's because of the result of your manifestation. Again, something is about to be unlocked for you. But to get it or to seize that opportunity, you might need to compete for that. So if you're looking for a job, right, quite often Ace of Wands can certainly be a new job opportunity, something that allows growth, something that's exciting. But to get it, there's other people competing for the same thing, Five of Wands. But I feel here in this energy that because this opportunity, this window that's opened is a gift from the universe, aces are always gifts from the universe, that this could potentially be your time to shine, to rise above any of your competition. Some of you might be held back by fear. Okay, what if I don't succeed, right? What if I have 3 interviews and I still don't get it, right? That kind of thing. What if I don't have all the qualifications that someone is putting out there on a job description, right? Those kind of things, those kind of fears and doubts sometimes creep in. Believe in your magic, believe that you can accomplish whatever you set out to accomplish, and you shall persevere, okay? So it might be something new or something fresh that you want, or something that opens up for you. But you might just be conflicted about it as well. The Five of Wands can bring in conflict. So it could be inner conflict, okay? Maybe there's, the middle of the week might be a little bit bumpy for you. With the Five of Wands, there could be some challenges in your workplace, some challenges at home. Sometimes the Five of Wands, it can be a lot of people fighting, okay? It can be a little bit of a battle. It can be some drama, right? People dredging things up, that kind of thing. It can also represent physical activity and teamwork. So quite often the Five of Wands comes in as like a sporting team, right? Like a football team, soccer team, hockey team, that kind of thing. And it's a whole bunch of like A-type personalities, very competitive personalities. They're all competing for the same common goal, which is to win, okay? But sometimes that drive and determination, they can also sometimes be at each other's throat, even though it's not necessarily negative, okay? So maybe there is something that you need to compete for. Maybe you are going to see some event. Maybe with that Ace of Wands, someone gives you tickets to go and see something this week. Yay, right? It can be something exciting. It doesn't necessarily have to be something negative with that Five of Wands. Okay, but there's something here where you might need to work hard for what it is that you want, or you need to be willing to compete for it. Don't back down. Because if there's something that really looks like it gets your heart beating and it gets your adrenaline flowing, again, it might be something you hold the key, you hold the solution, you hold the answer, you hold that opportunity in your hand. What are you going to do with it? Whatever your situation is, we've got the Six of Swords. So things have been troubled, things have been turbulent, okay? There's a little bit of bumps in the road, but there's a light at the end of that tunnel. The Six of Swords is where we make peace, is where we find a compromise, we find a solution, but it's also one of movement, also where we move forward into that sunrise. What does that sunrise hold for you? We've got some very wonderful energy on that Ace of Wands, And there it is again over on the Six of Swords. So perhaps you just resolve some inner conflict. Perhaps you find what it is you're looking for. Maybe you resolve some issues that are around you in your workplace, in your home life, whatever it happens to be this week. And boom, smooth sailing ahead. Okay. For some of you, the Six of Swords, you might just be resolving a conflict in a peaceful way. This can be you just feeling like you're stepping into a much calmer energy, right? Moving from troubled waters into calmer tides, right? That kind of thing. But the Six of Swords in and of itself, yes, it can be a card of finding compromise, of smoothing something over, of fixing something, healing something, all of that kind of stuff, so that you can move on in a better way, okay, or a more calm demeanor kind of thing. But it can also be a card of protection and guidance. So again, you're being protected and guided every step of the way. So even if there is some sort of battle, right, trust in your journey and trust that you are always being protected and guided and watched over. Okay. And remember, right here, you have the key to have direct contact with all of your spiritual soul tribe. So if you're feeling like you need a little bit of help, okay, you have the ability there to connect and get it and ask for it. We all do, but you've got something a little bit different. But the Six of Swords can also represent, because it's by your weekend, right? Maybe you go on a journey, a trip, maybe you go out and do something fun. Hey, maybe someone gives you tickets to some sort of sporting event and you need to travel there. Fun, right? Fun, but maybe that actually also brings in a little bit of conflict too, right? Because it's like, oh, I don't know if I can really afford it, or I don't know if I have the time. Okay, maybe you win something actually too with that Ace of Wands, because it can be a little bit lucky. Okay, the aces can always carry a little bit of luck. All right, so maybe you've got that. That would be awfully exciting, wouldn't it? Oh, I got it. Interesting. There might be like a radio morning show or something like that you listen to on your way to work in the morning. And you know how sometimes, I mean, the morning radio shows always have like contests and things like that, and usually trivia and things like that. Give it a whirl. Call in, because you just might win. And if you do win, I want to know about it. So leave me a comment in the box down below. Maybe you win tickets to something, or maybe you win a trip, something like that. You got to compete for it, okay? But you come out numero uno. So give them a call and see what happens. Anyway, your advice from Spirit, we've got the Empress card. Great time for new beginnings, great time. This is a time of harvest and abundance for you to try new things, to create the life that you want. Maybe you want to have a little bit of fun. The Empress card is ruled by Venus, right? We've got Venus in Cancer right now, which can be wonderful. It can be smooth sailing, but it can also bring in a little bit of an emotional turmoil sometimes, okay? It can bring in a little bit of conflict there as well. But the Empress card is all about love and beauty and creating something wonderful, having a focus on the pleasures in life, the things that make you happy. For some of you, you are absolutely getting something that's just boom, manifesting in your world this week, okay? But the Empress also reminds you of your powers to create and to manifest things in your world. Maybe you have to resolve something here with that Five of Wands this week in a creative approach. Might be your best course of action rather than an intellectual one. And this helps you resolve something and move forward, right? And not everything that we do has to be cerebral, right? Not everything that we have to resolve has to be overthinking, overanalyzing. Sometimes we just need to find our inspiration, and sometimes we just need to get a little bit creative. So the Empress card here, number 1, great time for new things, Spirit says. Also, believe that you are abundant and that you have something to offer and that you can stand out in a crowd. But there might be something new on the horizon for you, and it's time to reap your rewards. So whether you're setting intentions to manifest something in, or whether you do have something coming in for you, it's a time of abundance and prosperity in your life. So be open to receive. The blessings headed your way. Oh, look at that. We've got bad boy devil, and he is in the reverse. Yay! If you're ever going to get the devil, number 1, we want him in the reverse, and we also want him in your blessings position. Okay? A challenging situation gets resolved. Fears and worries and doubts, we're putting those to the side. No, we're not going to let anything hold us back. You're freeing yourself up. Usually the devil does speak to our shadow side, our fears, our worries, our doubts, the things that keep us trapped and stuck, the things that are toxic in our lives, the things that, are just material, but they're all style, no substance. So when we have this devil card in the reverse, we're letting go of toxicity and negativity. We're letting go of our bad habits and patterns and behaviors. You know this. We've just been through your full moon lunar eclipse, right? But some of you are still feeling that energy. You're still feeling the aftermath of that, right? Because that energy sticks around for a couple weeks. So, and so I feel like some of you are making some final decisions. Maybe you're making a final decision to move forward and to let something go, to make some positive change. And it's not without its battle, right? I mean, imagine if you were, breaking up with somebody in your life. Maybe you're breaking up with a spouse or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or something like that, right? It can have a little bit of conflict associated with that, right? It's not just, hey, I don't want to date you anymore. Hasta la vista, see you later, and goodbye. Well, for some people, maybe it is. But I feel like here that it's something that has been not quite right for quite some time. And so this is not a decision that maybe you take lightly. So this can be where you're pulling the plug on something this week. All right. But the devil in reverse in your blessings position, this is a turning point for you. Okay. You're letting go and you're releasing any blocks, any fears, any resistance. You're making better choices. You're moving forward in a healthier way. Right? All of these things. You're not giving in to temptation. You're not obsessing over things. You're more free, just like this Empress energy here, just like this Six of Swords, just like the Ace of Wands, right? And I think you're resolving some challenges and some conflicts, but maybe you're even changing how you deal with people in your life here as well. And instead of, instead of getting involved in some sort of drama, here you are taking a step back out of it. You're like, it's nothing to do with me. I'm not getting involved. And you just walk away. Maybe you even let go of the need to seek some sort of revenge. Interesting. You're doing things in a better way. We're embracing love and not darkness. We're embracing light and not darkness. Okay, I think you probably worked through some shadowy energy and you're coming out the other side and you're feeling pretty good. So I'm going to leave that there for you, Scorpio. I hope there was something here for you. Certainly looks interesting. If you do win some sort of competition, because you've got the answers, right? Just let me know, because it is like super interesting message that's coming in, and it's certainly not one that I get all the time. That's for sure. It's actually, I don't think I've ever had that message before. So I'd be really curious to know if that actually happens for any of you. Very interesting. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there, guys. I thank you so much for watching. We're going to move on now to Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's have a look and see what we've got for you in your week ahead. Messages for Sagittarius, please. What does Sagittarius need to know? Thank you very, very much. All right, let's see what we've got here for you. You may be doing a little bit of introspection this week. Maybe you're just turning inward. You're thinking about, who am I? What do I want? What have I accomplished? What is working in my life? What isn't working in my life? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling good? Why am I not feeling good? You might be revealing some hidden aspects of yourself. Maybe you're coming into alignment with who you really are this week. Very interesting. So here we've got a mask, right? We've got a hand holding up a mask. Maybe you're stepping into a sense of who you truly are and who you're meant to be. Maybe you're getting some sort of answers. Maybe you're finding yourself in this energy this week. Maybe you're finding yourself in a situation where you have to put on a little bit of a mask. We all act differently, and there's multiple aspects to ourselves, right? We're like onions, right? There's many layers to us all. Humans are complicated beings. Don't have to be, but we are. But we do step into situations and environments where we do sometimes have to put on a little bit of a mask. I mean, if you're normally a very flamboyant person, or maybe you've got like a potty mouth or something like that, and you go to grandma's house, and maybe grandma is very conservative, and she's very set in her old school ways and respect your elders and follow my rules and all that kind of stuff, chances are you would probably, so that you don't upset grandma, you probably would behave a little bit differently in grandma's house than you would in your own home. So it's those kind of things where you might need to put on a face to deal with a situation, or just because of the environment you're in. The danger with that is that if you're having to put on that false mask every single day, then that's probably something that you're examining this week. Okay, maybe you're making some decisions that you got to change your situation. Either you have to change how you deal with things and you need to put your authentic self forward and just be true to who you are, and who cares if someone likes it or they don't. So maybe you're getting a little confidence this week. Or maybe you're like, you know what? I have to pretend to be something that I'm not in order to fit in. And I don't know that that works for me anymore. So with this new moon energy, sometimes the new moon energy, we can be like, you know what? I think there's something better. And that's how we start to think about things, right? And so it's all about the new, or all about making improvements, or, putting a different foot forward, right? So you might be figuring out some answers, getting some clarity from within, doing a little bit of soul searching perhaps, and thinking about, where can I be more authentic? Where am I kidding myself? Where am I lying to myself? Okay. Or where do I just not, where do I feel like I have to be something that I'm not to fit in? So you might be asking some deep questions this week, not going to lie. We've got the 6 of Cups. There's your reflection. 10 of Swords. There's your difficult decisions. And we've got the Tower. There you are, blowing up your old ways. My goodness. Okay. So, man, I don't know what you're thinking about this week. But in this particular energy, something's got to go. Something's got to go. So some of you are very much making some changes this week, okay? Or you have something that is changing this week. You may not have control over it, but you might. But I think some of you are getting some very important revelations, probably the result of a little bit of contemplation, okay? And this is usually where we do get the Tower energy, right? We get a revelation, that epiphany, that flash of lightning that hits our head, okay? And it's like, whoa, now I understand. Now I get it. Oh my God, that can't, and nothing will ever be the same when you get that flash, okay? So this is, the Tower scares people. But the Tower is not in and of itself a scary card, okay? We actually make it scary because it is sudden. It's something that we don't expect, or something that our intuition told us about, and we kind of knew, but all of a sudden something comes to a climax. And that's when we get that spark, that flash, or that's when something crumbles away, and that requires us to change how we deal with things, change our sense of direction, okay, and even let something go, whether it's by our own doing or not. Whatever you've got going on. We do have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so part of your underlying influence or your motivation could just be happiness and joy. Stability, security, happiness and joy, happy life, happy family, happy home, you name it. It's your happily ever after card, right? But that is on the bottom of your deck, okay? So it's like an underlying influence and maybe even some motivation. Maybe something that is even, because sometimes the bottom of the deck is something that's coming in, it's not quite here yet, or something that comes in as a surprise. So it may be something that is unexpected that actually can make you really happy, or put you back on track for success, okay? It can be you just making a conscious effort to focus on the positive rather than being trapped in like a negative vortex somewhere. It can just be you making progress forward, right? Rather than staying in your comfort zone that you're really not comfortable in. Because the Tower card always comes in as a shift, as a surprise, as sudden change, internally or externally. But it's always for our highest good, and it's always to get us out of our comfort zone, because no growth, nothing exciting, no opportunities lie in our comfort zone. Our comfort zone ultimately feels like a little bit of a graveyard, right? It's tired, it's old, it's stagnant. It's familiar, but that doesn't mean it's good. Okay, sometimes we outstay our welcome. in our comfort zone. But the Ten of Swords here does show that there's some, challenging or difficult energies or maybe difficult decisions, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So whatever is happening, and you might be noticing reading it backwards, and I am, because the Tower is like now. Okay, so the Tower can be like any time, right? So that's why I'm kind of backtracking here just a little bit. But the Ten of Swords, you could have a sudden epiphany or a revelation here. And this is like, oh my God, now I know where I need to go. Now I know what I need to leave behind. Now I know what I need to change. Because that Ten of Swords can be something that's been very plaguing your mind, very in a very negative way. Okay, something's been weighing heavily on you a little bit, okay, or it's time to make a difficult choice, a difficult decision. And when we're being honest and truthful with ourselves, we know what is causing us grief in our life, and we know what it is that we need to let go of. Maybe you're just focusing on your communication. You need to communicate a little bit better. Maybe your environment is changing and it might not be within your control, and you're like, oh my God, oh, I don't like change. I don't like change. And that's why people don't like the Tower card, because it does instill change internally or externally, and humans don't like change, right? That's why we get stuck in our comfort zone. So you might be blowing the crap out of something this week, okay? Or you might have something unexpected happens, but what this actually does is it frees you. It doesn't feel like it at the time. It feels very uncomfortable at the time, and it's meant to, okay? But remember, no matter what happens, even if it's something that's not within your control. I mean, you could show up to work. You could show up to work on Monday and find your company restructured, right? I had in my Muggle job, my day job, a few weeks ago, we had this company that we deal with, and they've been a client of the company that I work for 30 years. All of a sudden, we get an email. As of 5 p.m. that day, they shut their doors, they declared bankruptcy, and all of their employees found out via an email. Nice, right? But here's the thing. So their whole world crumbled all in 1 second. The very next day, every single one of them got hired by somebody else. Very next day. I'm in the construction industry during the day, so I don't work out in the field, but anyways, basically the projects that they were working on, right, from this construction company, the projects, the owners of these developments and all this kind of stuff, they're like, oh my God, the construction company went bankrupt. And there's some shady stuff going on there too, but they got hired back the next day. And the thing is, every single one of them landed in a better position than what they had before. So it was something that was shocking, and something that was like, holy crap, to everybody, because the company that I work for, the company that went bankrupt, was one of the original investors in where I work. So it's very interesting how things kind of come around full circle like that. But so what I'm saying here is that something may happen that is very challenging, but it may open the doors of new opportunity, just like this Ten of Swords, right? Something is difficult and challenging and painful, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and this could open doors to something better. So that Tower moment that hit all those employees, and they found out they lost their jobs via email, isn't that nice? Coward's way out, right? But they all landed on their feet very quickly. So even though they had this Tower moment where things were taken away, it opened the doors to something better. And that's what the Tower does. So it is scary and it is frightening sometimes when that happens, even if it's just a revelation that comes in, right? Even if it's just that, right? You could just get this massive epiphany. You could discover some information, right? You could figure out, hey, I need to change. And it's something here that gets your adrenaline flowing. You might not necessarily do something in your physical world about it that day or this week, okay? But it certainly shifts your energy and certainly gives you a cause to take action and to move forward, right? Into something better, into something different, into something healthier for yourself, okay? So expect the unexpected this week is really what we're saying. But we do have the Six of Cups here as well, okay? And so I mean, this can come in, all of your energy is a little bit jumbled, okay? But the Six of Cups is an energy of reflection, okay? Just like you're doing in that card there anyway, okay? So a little bit of reflection. Who am I? What do I want? You're looking at the past, what has happened so far? Why am I feeling the way I am today? And you're like, okay, how can I make a better future? And so change may really be your best friend this week, okay? But the Six of Cups can also bring in some wonderful energy, right? We can spend time with some people that we love. We have some friends. So, hey, maybe if something does kind of fall to the wayside with that tower, maybe it actually frees up your energy so that you can spend more time with your children or with the friends that you like, or doing something fun for yourself, because the Six of Cups can be very much tied to your inner child or to the sweet innocence of youth, okay, all around. But it is a card of pleasure and fun, right? And so, hey, you just never know. If your world has gotten really busy and really chaotic and really crazy, there could be a blessing for you this week in a big way, and this really does help you. But the Six of Cups is always a reminder to focus on the present. Don't get lost in the past. Don't get stuck there. Okay. Don't think too far ahead into the future. We can make plans. Obviously, we can set intentions, right? But remember, we need to remember that we need to deal with today. Today is the active energy. Be present and be in the moment. All right. We have advice from Spirit, the Seven of Cups, okay? Your imagination may get you far, okay? You might need to take a creative approach at something. But the Seven of Cups, Spirit says here, there's something that you're daydreaming about. There's something that you have a vision about. And this could be you're just being creative, using your imagination to solve some problems, okay? Or to find a different path, a different direction. But I think for some of you, you might have an opportunity to turn a daydream into reality. But your advice from Spirit with the Seven of Cups as well is maybe to keep your options open and to maybe let you know that you have options, right? You're not stuck where you are. You have options. You just need to take the steps to find them. And also the Seven of Cups can also be that we have some choices to make, but we get stuck in the Seven of Cups. Remember, when you get stuck, the Spirit sends you a tower, okay, to get you unstuck. But the Seven of Cups, we can sometimes, we can be dreaming about something that we want to do or change or try, but we just don't make a choice. Why? Fear, doubts, uncertainties. We're not feeling confident. We're afraid of shaking up the status quo, because sometimes we do get a little bit, a little bit indecisive, because it's like, well, what if I make a change and the changes that I make are worse than where I am now? What if I try something new and I fail, I fall flat on my face, or I get egg on my face? And those are the kind of things that keep us stuck for a very long time. So I feel like if you are feeling stuck, if you have been feeling a little bit stagnant, hold on to your hat. Blessings headed your way, the Seven of Pentacles. Now, this can be very interesting energy. So the Seven of Pentacles can represent a number of different things. Number one, this can be a time of harvest for you. Something's coming to fruition for you, and this is very wonderful. So excellent Tower energy, right? So you might get a very wonderful surprise. Maybe you have an investment that pays dividends. You might have something that you've been patiently waiting for that, boom, all of a sudden you get some good news. Okay, you might get something that just comes in out of nowhere. It's like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. I was patient, but I was kind of almost gave up hope, right? So you can maybe have a job offer. You can have an opportunity. Or maybe if you've invested it somewhere, like in real estate or stocks or something, maybe all of a sudden something goes through the roof and you're like, oh my God, I need to cash out, right? That can certainly be a little bit of a interesting moment for you there. So for some of you, the blessing for you is that something is coming to fruition this week, and it's exciting, and you've been waiting for it. You've been patient. You've been keeping your options open, and now you have an opportunity. For others of you, the blessing is the Seven of Pentacles, is to ride the wave, is to get grounded in your energy. Whatever happens in your week this week, stay calm, stay grounded, assess the situation. It's not always easy, especially if something gets emotional. But assess your situation and be open to something a little bit different, because there might be something different that's available for you that is better than what you thought it would be, or better than where you are right now. But patience and assessing your situation may certainly be very much a blessing for you. Just don't forget to make a decision and take some action. But we do have the two sevens here for you. And sevens are a very spiritual number, right? So your connection with your intuition, your connection with spirit, but also some people consider sevens to be lucky. And I'll show you a little numerology magic. We have the 7, we have the 7. The Tower is card number 16, which of course reduces down to a 7. So 777, do you feel lucky, punk? Do you? Some of you might just have a little bit of luck on your side. So work with the new moon, manifest something new, be open and receptive, make a decision if you need to, reflect on things, and remember, expect the unexpected, and know that even if there's something that is taken away, okay, that is to make room for something better. All right, it never really feels like it at that time, though. It feels like our world is falling apart. But there may be that possibility. There's a lot of uncertainty around. And remember, just like those people in the company that I deal with, right, they all landed on their feet. Every freaking one of them, which is amazing, right? And they're all being paid better and treated better than where they were before. So I'm going to leave that there for you folks. I hope there was something here for you. Probably went a little bit long. Things always get a little bit interesting when the Tower card comes out. But I hope there was something here for you. I hope you do have a little bit of luck on your side this week. But I thank you for watching. So we are going to move forward. Have a great week, guys. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. Let's have a look and see what we've got for you guys in the week ahead. Messages for Capricorn, please. What does Capricorn need to know? Thank you very much. All right. Oh, very interesting. We may have some movement in the forecast for you. Yay! But you may need a leap of faith. We do have card number 5 for you here, which does represent some potential change in the horizon for you. But you need to take that chance. You need to take that risk. You need to take that gamble. You need to jump in with on something with both feet. Take that leap of faith. So maybe there's something that you want to try. Maybe there's something you want to learn. Maybe there's some bigger changes that you want to make in your life. Maybe a new job, a new relationship, taking something to the next level. But it requires you putting yourself out there into the unknown. We regret the things we didn't try more than the things that we tried and didn't succeed at. So if there's something in your world that you want to do, even if it's just a dream, right? What can you do right now to bring that into reality? Be ready and be prepared, okay? We are in a big time of change, of following our dreams, of broadening our horizons, and this is an energy of moving forward, okay? So it may be your time to put something into motion and to take some action and really make some positive changes, or just do something different, or do something that scares you. Have a little bit of courage, have a little bit of faith. So it can be a very exciting energy there. Can also be one that can keep you paralyzed in fear. Which one are you going to embrace? Maybe you just need to have a conversation with somebody and you're a little bit afraid of the outcome. Maybe there's something that you want and something that you deserve, but you're going to have to ask for it because apparently someone's a little bit of a dough brain and they can't see it for themselves, right? Think of that company that promised you a raise 3 months ago and you didn't get it. And now you're finding yourself in the unenviable position of having to walk into your boss's office and state your case, right? Awkward, uncomfortable, but if you don't do it, it's not going to move you forward. So there's something here that you need to do in order to move yourself forward. We've got the Sun, the King of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. Oh, very interesting energy. The Sun is your prevailing energy, shining a wonderful light on your entire reading. The Sun is the energy of success and abundance. It's also an energy of where we are positive and optimistic about the world around us and about whatever it is that we're doing. The Sun brings in an energy of growth and expansion into your world. Without the Sun, nothing can grow. So focus on the positive, focus on the abundance in your life, and focus on what makes you happy, because you have the ability here to create it and see it through to completion. What does that look like to you? You might get some good news this week that actually puts you on the path to success or to follow your dreams. It might require you to let something go first. Not everything is just adding to the pile, right? Sometimes we do need to transition and we do need to walk away from something to follow our bliss. But the sun gives you the energy, the drive, the positive boost, the motivation to do what you need to do and to be good at it and to be successful at it. Maybe there's just something that you want to try that's, makes the world a more beautiful place, right? Or makes your world a more beautiful place, right? Maybe you want to spruce up your house. Maybe you want to learn to paint, okay? Maybe you want to learn to cook, right? Do something creative. You could do any of that, right? Basically, when the sun comes out, wherever you set your sights, whatever you want to do, you can be successful. Even if you don't succeed the way you wanted to, you're still successful because you tried. But I think for some of you, there is some opportunity that is available for you or that's coming in for you that's going to make you quite happy this week, okay? Whether you're taking steps towards that or whether there's something incoming. We've got the King of Cups here, and the King of Cups can certainly represent success and happiness, right? Because you've taken the lead, you've taken control, and it's like, yes, I'm the king of the world. This can also represent some very good news that may come in for you. Of course, the King of Cups is very much known for a sweep you off your feet energy, some love and romance maybe in the air for some of you. Maybe your relationship is evolving to the next level. That certainly requires a leap of faith. Perhaps you are feeling just quite creative, but here's the thing. Instead of just thinking about it, you're doing it with that King of Cups. It's like you're taking the lead, you're taking charge. You might be resolving the situation with somebody, okay? You might even have a new opportunity that comes in this week as well, okay? Somebody may actually have an opportunity for you, right? It doesn't have to be love and romance or relationships of any kind. It can be something to do with your job. It can be something to do with a project or an endeavor. Maybe you're just helping someone out, but it just makes you feel good, right? You got these feel good vibes. So the King of Cups can certainly be your energy, where you're doing the things you love, or you feel like you're making some decisions to follow a goal or a dream, and you're feeling really good about it. You're feeling really positive about it. And again, you're doing something about it. The kings take the lead, and the kings tend to be successful. You might also be healing a situation, healing a relationship maybe as well, could possibly be going on here. And you might even have a relationship where you are having a higher level of commitment, or maybe there is some love in the air for some of you here as well. The sun can quite often represent children, so maybe there's something going on with some of your children. You might be blending families together or starting a new family, you could certainly have something here. It's just a lot of happiness and joy that's coming into your readings, a lot of excitement. So it's a very interesting energy. But again, the sun is really casting that beautiful warm light over your reading. And, so stay positive, stay focused on your dreams, right? The King of Cups really does make his own dreams come true. So believe in the power of your dreams and believe in the power of positivity. Now, we also do have the new moon right around this time of the week as well. So the King of Cups could be where you're very much in touch with your spiritual side, you're engaging in some manifestation, or you're focused only on abundance, you're focused only on the things that are positive that you want to attract in your life. And then the Eight of Cups here, you're letting it go, right? Because we want to trust that the universe has heard us and that the universe is doing its job. So, and sometimes we need to state our intentions, do whatever new moon rituals that you do, if you do any, even if it's just writing something down on a piece of paper, right? With the Eight of Cups here, we got to let it go. But I do feel like here some of you are going through a little bit of a transition, because the Eight of Cups here, it can be a little bit of both worlds, okay? It's definitely an inner journey where we're detaching from some old emotions and we're moving forward. Now, some of you are walking away. Some of you are moving things forward to the next level. Some of you are just on the path to following your dreams. You have no idea how things are going to work out, but you're just trusting that there's something interesting ahead for you. So the Eight of Cups is always a little bit of a glass half empty, glass half full kind of thing, Because are you leaving something behind, or are you elevating a situation, right? Because the next card in line is the Nine of Cups. So some of you, in order to follow your bliss, follow your happiness, you are making some decision to let something go. Others of you are just taking something to the next level, and others of you are maybe just trying something a little bit new, or trying a different approach at something, and you're not glued to an outcome. You're just elevating yourself in a way that you're just doing things a little bit better, and you're just trying something a little bit different, and it feels good. But some of you here with the Eight of Cups, you are making a very important decision, and maybe you're not feeling connected with something right now, as we already said. You're not feeling emotionally fulfilled. You're not feeling connected with something, and you're like, you know what? I am not necessarily ready to make a physical move right now, because we quite often leave things emotionally before we do physically, right? So in this, you might be preparing yourself for some changes that may be orchestrated in your future, right? And right now you're detaching from those emotions, and you're turning your back on something, and you're facing your future. And it's not always the easiest energy, but I feel like here with the Sun and the King of Cups, that it's ultimately what you need to do, especially if you're not happy or fulfilled where you are right now, whatever that looks like, okay? And the only way forward is to move forward, just like the figure on that card. Your advice from Spirit. This is a time of expansion and growth and fulfillment for you. The World card comes in here as an energy of completion, completing a cycle, successfully completing projects, or something that is coming to a conclusion for you. And now maybe you do have some decisions to make, right? When we have the World card, it can be an energy of expansion, right? You're transitioning, you're done in one state of a situation, and now it's like it's time to move forward, but where do I want it to go? Am I happy with where things are right now? Am I ready to take things up to the next level? Or am I ready for a new path forward? So you might be a little bit contemplative here with the World card, right? But Spirit wants to remind you that wherever you are in your life, the World card can represent there's a completion of a cycle here, and we're looking forward to the future. What does the future hold for you? What do you want in the future? And focus on that. This is a time of growth. This is a time of enlightenment. And this is a time when we get things done. Okay, so with the World card here, you might just be getting something done. Okay, and now you're moving on to the next best thing. But with the World card, you could also be a little bit pensive in this energy. You might be reflecting on, some things, a specific situation, or just your life in general. And the World card and Spirit remind you that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever is changing, whatever you're working on, okay, when we reflect, we give thanks. When we express our gratitude for all the things that we've accomplished and all the things that have been stumbling blocks in our life, but we've actually overcome, because we're still here, okay, give thanks for all of that. It seems weird sometimes to give thanks for the challenges that we have, or for the things that didn't go our way. But part of the gratitude is recognizing that we actually gain more wisdom and knowledge and experience with things that are challenging. When times are tough, this is when we're really tested. And when we overcome those challenges, right, this is the building blocks. This makes a really strong, solid foundation. And we all know somebody in our world, whether we know them well or whether we just passing us by. Those people who have had it easy their whole life, the second something doesn't go their way, they lose their crap. They can't deal with it. They can't handle it. They got a thin skin. So do you want to be like that, or do you want to be the tough nut cookie that you are, right? Because you've been there, you've been through the ringer, and you have conquered a lot, but you've also been through a lot. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and you are stronger than you give yourself credit for sometimes. So in that World energy, with that advice from Spirit, believe in that. Okay, it's kind of a deep message for you this week. What's going on? Anyway, so celebrate all of your wins. Even celebrate the things that have not been a win for you. Okay, because that makes you who you are today. Okay, so, but Spirit also says time to wrap it up. Time to wrap something up, get something done, get something finished, okay, and expand your horizons, okay, broaden your world. We've got the Fortune Teller. Now, the fortune teller in this particular deck is always really quite interesting, kind of a little scary looking, but a little bit mystical and magical. Trust your instincts here, people. Some of you are going through a very intense period of spiritual growth. Trust your instincts, okay? You may have visions of the future, just like fortune teller, right? You might have visions of the future. You can see something in your mind's eye. Run with it. Your intuition, your spiritual senses, and maybe even a previous prediction just may come true for you, okay? I'm sorry if you hear some snoring in the background. That's my dog. She's right there. She's being very Dixie. Anyway, so with the fortune teller energy, it's almost like you have the power within to see in your own crystal ball and to see the potential of something in your future. And even though it's a little bit muddled, maybe not 100% clear, you know there's something there. The fortune teller also says the blessings is the magic that lies within you to manifest opportunities into your world or to make your own dreams come true. So believe in that energy, connect with that energy, okay, and work with the moon. And that's in here this week. And on this particular card, we do have the moon right there. Or is that the sun? Hard to say. Okay, but work with those planetary energies, work with the sun, work with the moon. The eclipse is gone, but you could be feeling some after effects of that this week. All right, but there's also effects of the new moon that are in here for you this week as well. Believe in your inner magic. Okay, if you can envision it, you can make it happen. Okay, you just might need to take a leap of faith. I'm going to leave that there for you. That kind of went a little bit deep. Didn't mean for it to, but anyways, whatever Spirit wants, what Spirit wants. So I thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a fantastic week. Hopefully there is something magical on your horizon. Okay. But I feel like here there's some very, very wonderful positive vibes that are really coming in for you this week. So maybe it's just to chase the cobwebs away. All right. But thank you for watching. Have a good one. I'll see you guys next time. Hello there, Aquarius. Let's have a look and see what's coming in for you guys for your week ahead. Messages for Aquarius, please. What do we need Aquarius to know for their week ahead? Thank you very much. So you're being called on to have faith. Maybe you're being tested this week in some way. Okay, maybe your patience is just being tested this week. So just be a little bit aware of that. Some of you are perhaps experiencing a crisis of faith this week, right? Maybe you just don't believe in something, okay? Or maybe your belief system is changing. You might be evolving. Oh, look, we do have evolution on the bottom of there. You might be evolving in a way. And Aquarius, you know, here's the thing, is that you guys are very old souls, okay? You know, the age of Aquarius, right? This is an age of enlightenment. This is the age where, you know, a lot of you are, if you haven't already, you're experiencing spiritual growth. You're a force to be reckoned with, okay, every single one of you. And even if you have a good sense of who you are and you know what you believe in, or you're expanding what you believe in, right? You're getting enlightenment. Sometimes we still do question things, okay? And there's also things that we don't know, right? So we're always discovering something new. So this energy here is saying to you, number one, have faith and believe in yourself, okay? That if there's things that are going sideways, that things will get better. That if there's things that you don't know, you will find the information. If there's things that you haven't accomplished yet, okay, you will figure things out, right? Believe in yourself first and foremost, okay? But yes, you might be having some spiritual growth right now, again, or again, you're kind of, as we evolve, and as we open and expand our consciousness, when we open our mind, we do sometimes, number one, question things that we've been taught. We question our values and beliefs, okay? But we also come to the wonderful conclusion that everything is connected. And when we get that insight, boom, mind-blowing, right? Because if you really look, I mean, we've got all these religious symbols, right? We've got Judaism there. We've got, I don't know what the palm is. I don't know them all, right? We've got, the cross there, obviously, Christianity. We've got paganism that's in there as well. And I don't even know what else. So I don't know all the symbols, right? But sometimes when we like actually look at the origins of some of these faith systems and some of these religions, we realize that we all came from the same place. We can call it whatever we want, right? A rose by any other name, right? We can call it whatever we want, but ultimately we all came from the same source. So you might be getting that epiphany in this week, and I may have just blown the lid off of that. Okay, but we all essentially we all have the same origin. It's just that we've all spread out and branched out, and we've got rules and restrictions and all of that kind of stuff. So this could be a week for you where you're really blowing the lid off things, you're having that epiphany moment, and you are recognizing that you have come so far and that you can embrace everything, right? There's a bumper sticker that is so Aquarian in energy. I think there's a bumper sticker that I've seen, and sometimes they have the bumper sticker and it's like a play off of another one, but I think it's like normally something to do with a organized religion, and instead it says coexist, but the word coexist is actually made out of all these religious symbols. And it's basically that we are all connected, live as one, accept people for who they are, right? Don't force your belief systems on somebody else, and hopefully they won't force theirs on you either. We can all live together, regardless of what we believe in, to each their own. And so, you might just be kind of in that energy this week, right? But I do think that you are really looking at your values, what you believe in this week. And again, some deep energy for you here, Aquarius. Capricorn kind of had a little bit of a deep energy too, but nothing takes the cake according to in comparison to this one. So, and we do have Pluto, of course, in your sign. I think it's going to go retrograde pretty soon if it hasn't already. And it's going to dip back into Capricorn. Maybe that's why their message was a little bit heavy for a weekly. Okay, and yours is too. So, believe in your personal power. Believe in whatever it is that you're going through right now, because I feel it's a little bit heavier than just a weekly reading. And have faith. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in the world around you. The world is not evil. The world is not all bad. It's just the good doesn't sell, right? The good doesn't sell news. The good doesn't sell the time slots. The good doesn't fit the agenda, right? But ultimately, the world, there's more good in the world than there is bad. But we're just not shown that, right? It's like sex sells. Okay, well, good vibes doesn't necessarily, but it should. It should, right? So anyways, just believe in yourself. Okay, we've got the Three of Swords. Yeah, you might be questioning something. The Two of Pentacles. And we have the Magician. There you go. Loving that energy. Okay, so you might be really going inward this week, and you might be thinking about what it is you want. Maybe you're we have the new moon right this week, and we do have the Magician, so it's manifestation energy. But maybe some of you're not manifesting something for yourself. Maybe you're manifesting something for the collective, and that's a great place to be. Is typically Aquarius, right? It's just the good for everybody, right? Just everybody, all kumbaya. Okay, so you might be manifesting some peace and love and harmony for others around you, or others as the collective in general. And you know what? If enough of you do that, a little bit of magic really can happen. So it's very interesting energy that's coming in there for you. Look at that. Check out what card we've got at the bottom. We've got the Hierophant. I don't know if you can read it. It's a little bit shiny. The Hierophant on the bottom. And what is the Hierophant about? Belief, faith, higher level learning, expansion, spiritual awakening, and growth. This is, by the way, card number 20. 20 relates back to the Judgment card. And that is about an awakening there as well. So I don't know, maybe you guys are getting a little bit of an epiphany this week, okay? Or maybe you are just questioning something and you're trying to figure something out. It's a very interesting energy. But yeah, the Hierophant at the bottom of here. Now the Hierophant, of course, is Taurus energy, and this can really tie into the Taurus new moon that we've got, right? And you are maybe feeling a little bit of a shift coming in here, but ultimately this is ascension, and it does represent your values, your belief systems, and all that kind of thing. So maybe you're just saying, with this energy, I don't fit in. Where do I fit in? Because there's some. I'm sorry about that, Aquarius. In case you didn't know, as I do your reading, Mercury is still in retrograde, and believe you me, that has hit my technology quite hard this week. Last week's weekly readings took 18 hours to upload and process. It was brutal. Anyway, so yes, so you may be questioning your faith, your belief systems. There might be something that happens. You might be, feeling like you just don't fit in somewhere, right? But know that you are not meant to fit in. You are futuristic. You are meant to be that guiding light for other people. So, we're not all meant to be sheeple, and you're not a sheeple, right? So believe in that. Believe in your energy. It's okay to be different. It's okay to not fit in. And some of you are going through a massive shift right now, right? And it's so challenging a little bit. It's enlightening, it's rewarding, but it's also difficult. Okay? So maybe you are having a little bit of a crisis of faith, or maybe you're just kind of feeling a little bit low to start out the week, okay? But trust that you are a light for others, right? And so you might even be stepping into your soul's purpose. So we do have the Three of Swords coming in here for you. And it's a shame that my camera cut off because I forget what I said before, but that's okay. We'll channel it again. The Three of Swords is coming in here. This is your kind of Debbie Downer energy, right? This is your broken heart energy. This is where you're feeling heavy-hearted, you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed or lonely, or again, maybe that, I just don't fit, right? So maybe you're having a little bit of a challenge there. But you're not the only sign to have a challenging card right at the beginning of the week. We do have Mercury is coming out of retrograde and going direct, right? Whenever a planet changes direction, we do have some turbulent energy. And even though a few of the signs that I did readings for have a really positive card on Monday, the majority are a challenging card there, and it's all about the swords. So it's all about communication. Okay, so maybe you're just working through some thoughts, right? Maybe you're just finding yourself down in the dumps a little bit at the beginning of the week, right? Like I got out of the bed at the wrong side, or I don't know why, I'm just not feeling great today. Okay, you might have that. You might also have someone that causes you grief this week because maybe you get some work dumped on you. And that's always a good time, because we do have a Two of Pentacles, right? So that can represent that you got a lot on the go this week, right? You got a lot of things to juggle. And, with the Three of Swords, hey, maybe a work colleague calls in sick, and you're like, man, I got to pick up their slack again, and maybe you're finally coming into the conclusion that, what, I need something different. I need a change. So you're trying to figure things out, what you want, trying to make a decision. That Two of Pentacles, and this is where maybe you're kind of thinking about what is going to work for you, right, in this energy. Let's say you were looking to change a job, right, go into a more fulfilling and rewarding day job, right, that kind of thing. And it's like, what do I want? What is good for me? What is healthy for me, right? What is in alignment with my core values? Okay, so you might be trying to make that kind of decision. But I do feel like you maybe have a little bit of extra workload this week and you're really not happy about it, right? Three of Swords, we're just not happy. Okay, you can turn things around, right? You can for sure turn things around. Believe in yourself, keep the faith, okay? Remember, you can accomplish whatever it is you set your mind to, and maybe you just need a little bit of a reset there. Hit the reset button, and things will get a little bit better as you go along the week. Okay, so something you're working through there early in the week, okay? But then we get the Two of Pentacles, right? And the Two of Pentacles shows there's something out of alignment, right? That we're juggling a lot of responsibilities. We're tossing all those plates in the air and we're just hoping something doesn't drop. We're keeping everything together, but it's tiring. It's exhausting, right? When we're in that energy of being out of alignment, okay? Or something's out of balance in our world, right? Even though we're capable, and even though we can get things done, we can't sustain that energy forever. So if you are thinking about changing a career path, this is probably a really good time to start. And again, maybe you're just trying to figure out what is right for you, or you're trying to keep your options open, but you're losing steam, right? So because the Two of Pentacles shows an energy of keeping your options open, being flexible, being adaptable, going with the flow. But the Three of Swords is kind of giving you that little uncertainty that may come in there, okay? So maybe you've been waiting for something to happen, or you've been trying to find the right opportunity and you're just not finding it, and maybe you're finding that nothing's happening and nothing's working. So just be a little bit cautious of this energy, because we do have the Magician as well, which does speak to your ability to focus and fix things and get things done and find the resources that you need, right? But we want to make sure that we're focused on the right thing, right? Because you can make anything happen, all the good, but also some negative as well, right? It all depends on your energy. So we just want to make sure that you're getting both feet on the ground there, and that you're focused on the things that you want to attract in your life, and focus on, positivity and abundance, and not negativity and lack, right? We don't want that, okay? Because whatever you can envision, you can create. So, but if we can only look at the problem, we'll never find the solution, right? So just a reminder, you know that already, right? But just a reminder for you here, because something may really just get your goat this week in some way. But the Two of Pentacles does show that you have a lot of potential. You have unlimited possibilities. The doors are opening for you. You just need to decide what it is that you want, okay? But it also shows that whatever you've got, whatever you're juggling this week, you will sort things out. You will get things done, okay? But you remember, there needs to be a healthier balance somewhere there. And as long as this overwork and imbalanced energy doesn't become permanent, right, there's always a danger of that. So especially if you have an employee or someone that causes some grief in your workplace at the beginning of the week, maybe someone quits, or maybe someone calls in sick and you get all their workload, right? Make sure that that doesn't become permanent, okay? So we do have the Magician coming in here. So yes, this is your ability just to believe in yourself and make some magic happen, okay? To focus on the task at hand, to focus on what you need to get done, and you have the ability to find all the tools, resources, and inspiration that you need to get something done, to make a little bit of an Aquarian magic. The Magician also does speak to your power of manifestation. Remember, positivity and abundance, never negativity and lack, because wherever you put your focus, that's what blossoms, right? And I've used this example before, and again, you know it, but sometimes we need a reminder, okay? The universe doesn't hear I want or I don't want. When we're focused on this crystal, the universe knows that your energy is focused on this crystal. So you're going to get more of this crystal, whether you want this crystal or not. So remember, wherever you put your focus, wherever you put your intention, wherever you put your intent and your energy, that is what manifests in your life. So we only want to focus on the good things. We only want to focus on those solutions, right? We do sometimes need to, have a look and see what our obstacle is or what the problem is along the way, but then we need to shift our focus. And so just be a little bit aware of that. But the Magician does give you a laser focus and a very sharp mind as well. And it can be quite a decisive energy as well. So maybe whatever's got you kind of bundled up in knots there, you figure out a solution. But remember, we've got that Taurus new moon. Here's your Taurus energy right here with the Hierophant. And there is your manifestation. So manifest something new in your world, but you got to believe it. Have faith and believe it. The Four of Pentacles is your advice from Spirit. Don't be a miser. Don't keep yourself closed off. This can be a closed off energy. And you see that dragon? I don't know if you can see it very well, but we've got a dragon in there. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you know that the dragon protects the treasure. But the dragon is a fire-breathing dragon. And when we try and get the treasure, we get bit. So the Four of Pentacles can be a little bit of a miserly card, and it can be one where we don't want to give something up, okay, or where we don't want to open up to something else, right? So it's just a little bit of a reminder there that we need to be open, we need to be in the flow, we need to be receptive, okay? But the Four of Pentacles also does bring an energy of stability and security, especially in your home, your money, your workplace, right? That kind of thing. And so your advice from Spirit here says, if you are not feeling security, if you're not feeling like you're getting paid what you're worth, And if you're not feeling like there's more abundance to be had, because normally the Four of Pentacles, we build ourselves up to a good foundation and then we trust there's more abundance on the way. But if you're not feeling that way, and if you're feeling like you're in fire breathing dragon mode, okay, then it's time for change. Okay, it's time to do something different, and maybe that's what you're trying to decide, right? So, but Spirit says here again, you have to be flexible and open to change. You don't necessarily like change. You're a fixed sign. And even though you have other placements in your chart, okay, that fixed energy, that stubborn energy can sometimes really go throw you for a loop, right? So embrace change, be open to something different, okay? It's not that scary, okay? And I know from what I speak, I am an Aquarian myself. I do like change when it's done correctly. I have rules. When it's done correctly and when it's done properly and when it's done for a reason. I don't like change that people just throw things out there willy-nilly and they don't think about the ramifications of things and whatever. It's like, you know what, you should have just left it freaking alone, right? So, you know, positive change and things that have a purpose and things that have a reason and things that have that carry the intended outcome, that's a great kind of change. Still, yeah, a little bit uncomfortable, but that's okay. But it's stupid things that we don't like, right? So remember, you do need to be flexible and open to change because something may be changing in your world or you have the power to change, okay? But you need to be open. The blessings headed your way. We've got the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups may be that there is some sort of gift. Sometimes we can get a little gift. It can be like a little apology gift. It can be like, you know, maybe someone flowers. The traditional imagery on the Six of Cups is, you know, two children and one handing the other some flowers, right? So maybe there's a little bit of a gift coming your way. This is also a very, an energy of, you know, kind of, it's a very innocent energy. It's one with just a little bit of pleasure and joy and a little bit of laughter. So that could certainly be a blessing for you, replacing the Three of Swords. Ouch. Okay, with the Six of Cups, we're feeling lighter, we're feeling brighter. Okay, it's a time when we get together with a friend, right? We spend time with people that we like, right? Normally we have two children. This particular card has Mama Bear and Baby Bear, right? So, you know, maybe you're spending time with somebody that you enjoy. Maybe you spend time with one of your children, right? And maybe in order to do that, you need to put your foot down, right? Or you need to make some change, or you need to get a little bit more balance, quit work at a reasonable hour instead of, you know, some ungodly hour. But the Six of Cups can also be where reflection can really help you, because the Six of Cups can be a card indicating it's an in-between card. It is one where we're present and we're focused on today. We're making plans for the future. We're reflecting on our past. And the reason we reflect on our past, it's to get a good sense of what's worked, what hasn't worked, right? We do quite often need to do that, but then we focus on today and we make those plans for the future. We just don't want to get lost in the nostalgia because then we get stuck, okay? So your gift today, your blessing today may be just to be present, be in here and now, and trust that anything that you're manifesting, all this energy is living in the here and now, so embrace that. But the Six of Cups can be a return card as well. We do have card 20 here, which can relate back to the Judgment card, and we do have the Magician. Some of you have a second chance at something, or you may have something that's returning into your life. So this can be a friend that you connect with. You know, maybe you've had an argument with somebody close to you, and this is where they come back in. Maybe there's an apology, maybe there's a gift, something, who knows? Okay, this can be a second chance at an opportunity here as well. So whatever it is, don't keep yourself closed off with that Four of Pentacles. Make sure that you are open and receptive, okay? Because there might be something quite pleasurable that kind of just lightens your mood this week, okay? So a little bit of a challenging week for you, but not all that bad, really. I mean, we do have the Magician, we do have the Hierophant, so we've got a lot of magic working in your favor. But again, you know, whenever we have our belief systems that come in, or our sense of value or worth, it's things do get a little bit tricky. But I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. I thank you for watching. I really do hope you have a magical week. And we're going to move on to Pisces. And hello, Pisces. Let's have a look and see what we've got for your week ahead. Messages for Pisces, please. What do we need Pisces to know for their week ahead? Thank you. All right, so let's have a look. The energy that you put out there is what comes back to you, okay? This is what manifests in your life. I've been reminding people about this all week. We do forget, we are human, and we do sometimes get stuck in a little bit of a rabbit hole, okay? So remember, you're projecting energy out there, and the energy that you project creates something in your world. And remember, we do have a new moon this week, okay? So we want to make sure that we're putting out good vibes, all right? This is also card number 22. 22 is a master builder number. Twos are about balance and harmony. They're about team partnerships, really, okay? And they're also about decisions, all right? Card number 22 is actually a master builder number, reminding you that whatever decisions that you make, whatever wisdom that you hold within, gives you the ability to create the life that you want. No regrets, okay? When we get this particular card here, this can represent a little bit of reflection as well, right? Reflecting on the past, looking at where you've been. It can carry an energy of nostalgia. It can carry an energy where we look upon the past with rose-colored glasses, okay? And it can also represent regret. No regrets. What happened is happened. What's done is done. What's gone is gone. The past is the past. We can't change it. All we can do is, if we have regrets, all we can do is see how we can do things better the next time. That's all we can do, right? We're human. We make mistakes. We screw up, okay? Or we ignore red flags, okay? Or we say something that we regret later on. We're just like, oh, yeah, I wish I didn't say that. Remember, we've had Mercury in retrograde, so maybe it's like, oh, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. Yeah, that's probably not a good thing. Okay, so you might be looking back a little bit and reflecting on something there. So just don't get stuck in the past. Remember that we need to always move forward. But sometimes we do need to reflect a little bit just to see how far we've come, what we have accomplished, and what we want to change, right? Because we're making plans for the future. But as far as your energy goes, remember, whatever energy that you put out there is what comes back to you, okay? So if you are setting intentions with this new moon this week, remember to focus on positivity and abundance in your life, and don't focus on the things that you don't want, okay? Because we don't want the wrong thing to manifest in. We're always manifesting in our lives, okay? And we need to make sure that we know that we can manifest both the good and the bad. So put all those good vibes out there. So, additional messages. We've got the Knight of Wands. Yay, excellent, wonderful, full of passion and fire. We've got the Ten of Swords. A little bit challenging. And we've got the Strength card there, which is, some really positive vibes. All right. So the Knight of Wands, you might start out your week with a lot of energy. You might have some things that you really need to get done. Okay, you're on a quest, you're on a mission, and you will succeed. Okay, wherever you put your energy, that is where you will succeed in your week ahead. Okay, so the Knight of Wands can certainly be some very exciting energy, but it can also be that you've got to get something done, and you will get it done. Okay, the Knight of Wands can sometimes bring in opportunities for you. It can sometimes bring in good news for you. Can sometimes bring in this energy where you're just feeling good, you're feeling determined, and you're maybe even feeling inspired at the beginning of the week. It's great, okay? Sometimes the Knight of Wands can represent a person in your life that comes in, they stay for a good time, and they're gone with the bad times. Because we do have a Ten of Swords here as well, so I do need to address it. Okay, some of you, if you are in a relationship and someone doesn't stick around when the going gets tough, this is the type of person where they get going, right? They run, okay? And you might have a difficult decision to make with the Ten of Swords, okay? So you might be letting something go. If someone's not making the commitment that you deserve, if someone is only there for the fun and not there for anything else, you might be contemplating the end of a relationship. Okay, it's just a little bit of an energy that I'm getting. And it does take a lot of strength. We've got the Strength card here. It does take a lot of inner strength and courage to be able to do that, because there's probably a lot of connection here with that Knight of Wands. There's probably some passion, there's probably some chemistry, okay, and it's probably a lot of fun, but it may not go anywhere, right? So it's all about the conquest, right? All about those good times. So you might be making a very difficult decision. For some of you, you might have some very good news that comes in here with the Knight of Wands. It's like, yay, it starts your week off with a bang, right? And it might be a new opportunity. It might be a creative project. Okay, it might be a friend that comes in, okay, whatever it happens to be. But I'm feeling more like a little bit of an opportunity, but you might have a difficult decision to make with the Ten of Swords. Okay, it could just be that, you know, something is super exciting and then you're like, I don't know, that might be too good to be true. Okay, but you know, the middle of your week, you could experience a little bit of a down patch, or you have some difficult decisions to make there. The Ten of Swords is quite often an ending, but it's a painful one, right? Difficult one. Okay, and it could just be that you're changing your way of thinking, or you're changing your viewpoint on something here, and there's a better way forward. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's like causing you a little bit of grief with that. Okay, but you know, the good thing is with that is that there is a better way forward. Maybe you're just changing your communication. You might actually be accepting someone's apology if some communication has gone very sideways, right? We've had Mercury in retrograde. It's going direct, but we're still in the shadow period, right? And when planets change direction, it gets a little bit challenging, gets a little bit turbulent too. Okay, but maybe there's something there that gets resolved in one way or another with somebody. Maybe you've had a conversation that went sideways, maybe you just had a misunderstanding, or maybe you had a big raging fight. Okay, and this is where you need to make a decision, right? Do I stay in this energy? Do I stay mad? You know, do I turn my back on this person and move forward? Okay, or is there a better way of communicating? Okay, so you could have some communication challenges there. Okay, it could just be your way of thinking, because sometimes when we're in the Ten of Swords energy, we're just feeling down, right? There's like, it's always the darkest before the dawn, right? So there might be something that's really causing you some grief, okay, but there is a way forward, right? Maybe we just need some clarity. Maybe we just need to make a decision. Maybe we need to have a conversation, okay, clear the air, that kind of thing. Maybe there's an apology that's in order, and if that's you that maybe needs to make the apology, you know, sometimes our tempers do get a little bit flary, and sometimes we say things we wish we could take back. Remember those regrets, all right? But maybe you'd be able to smooth the waters there. So a little bit of a challenge there on the middle of the week ish, okay? But I also do feel with the Ten of Swords that there is maybe some clarity or a sense of focus. And I think maybe you are making a conscious effort to stay positive and to stay on track. Remember, we do have manifestations coming in with this new moon, okay? And maybe there is something new on the horizon for you, or you're just trying to look on the bright side of things and stay positive and focus on attracting in the things that you want out of life, all right? There is that light at the end of the tunnel. We have the Strength card coming in here as well. Leo energy, so maybe a Leo person, a fire sign perhaps, does play a key role in your week this week. And with the Strength card, okay, whatever situation you're faced with, all right, this week you've got the strength, the courage to persevere, to say what you want, okay, to let something go, to make those difficult decisions, or to embrace a different way forward. The Strength card does speak to your inner strength, okay, your sense of confidence, your I am and I can energy, right? And so if something's kind of got you a little bit stuck in the rut or caught in the weeds, okay, I feel like here that you will pull yourself out, okay? And you have the ability to do that, okay? If you're making change, Strength card is a great one to have, okay? But you also have the energy of discernment this week as well. Do you come out roaring like a lion, or in this case, it's actually a bear, okay? Or you come out roaring like a bear or roaring like a lion? Or do you take a kind, calm, conservative, compassionate approach at something, right? Sometimes we need to remember with the Strength card not to be hard on ourselves. We sometimes need to be reminded to be patient, not just with ourselves, but with those around us as well. Because for some of you, you are coming roaring out of the gate first thing in the week, right? And, there could very well be something. Maybe people aren't on your same wavelength. Maybe people just aren't matching your energy this week, right? And this is causing some challenges for you with the Ten of Swords. Okay, but remember the Strength card here, right? Sometimes we need to recognize that not everybody is like you. Everyone works differently, everyone acts differently, and everyone reacts differently as well. Okay, so remember, just to know when to be powerful and forceful, and know when to be gentle and kind. It's an energy of discernment that we don't always recognize. Okay. But I do feel that if something's got you down, I think that you are going to get yourself back on track and be more confident, feel a lot better about things. You could even be possibly strengthening a bond with a person here as well. Okay, maybe a relationship's gone a little bit sideways or something like that. And with the Strength card here, you have the ability here to kind of, sometimes, especially in, difficult situations, adversity makes us stronger, right? And, if this is a challenge with a friend or something going on with, a partner or something like that, there might be some challenging times for your week ahead, okay, or something that you've already been dealing with. But this could actually, by working through something, this could actually strengthen the bond you have with this person, because it's through adversity that we do get that strength. All right, so you could have that going on there too. All right, but we do have your advice from Spirit. We've got the Fool. Now, this is a different deck. It's actually an independent deck, but it actually has extra Fool card in it. And this is card number 22. And what is this one? 22. So 2222, go and look up the deeper meaning of 2222. It is not pizza, okay? It's something a little bit more exciting than that. And the Fool card says, Spirit says to you here, if there's something that you want, go for it. Jump in with both feet, no regrets, don't look backwards. Follow your goals and your dreams. We don't always know what lies in front of us. We don't always know if we're going to succeed at things, but the risks, the rewards outweigh the risks. Trust in yourself to make the right choices and to go in the right direction. There's new opportunities, new things, and new ways of doing things that are manifesting in your world. Trust your journey, trust your process, get out there, have fun, live your best life, do something that scares you, and you just might be a little surprised by the results. The Knight of Swords is coming in as your blessing. So getting communication back on track. Woohoo! Okay. This is you resolving issues. This is you talking to people in a better way. This is you getting answers and information that you need, right? And ultimately, the Knight of Swords is one of taking swift, decisive action. So instead of pining over a decision here with the Ten of Swords, okay, it's like, nope, we're going to move forward. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And remember, the Knights are always on a mission, okay? Especially the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Just be aware there might be a little bit of impatience that comes in here, which is why we have the Strength card, to bring you patience and to bring you back down to earth. So with the Knight of Swords, you could have some very exciting news come in. You might have some communication that improves this week, okay? And this is certainly that I'm going to make a decision, I'm going to run with it, and I'm going to trust that I'm making the right choice. And if not, I'll deal with it later. Right? Just be a little bit aware with the Knight of Swords that sometimes we can have the need for speed. And it is in your blessings position. So I feel like quick, decisive answers or quick, decisive decisions may actually really benefit you this week rather than lingering on something, because then we have an opportunity to get stuck, right? If you can consider getting stuck an opportunity, okay? So we just don't want to get stuck. We want to quick decisive action will help you rule the day, and especially if you're being encouraged to take the leap of faith, take the plunge, right? Just go for it. Just do whatever it is that you want to do. So speed may really help you this week, okay? And you've got the skills and you've got the drive and you've got the energy to get things done, okay? But the Knight of Swords is very crystal clear communication, stating your intentions in a very positive way, and they hit your intentions, your words hit their mark in a positive way. Okay, so speak your truth. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here that resonated with you on some level. If so, like, share, subscribe, all of that kind of stuff. Leave me a comment in the box down below. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you guys later. Bye.